Alright, hello everybody. The stink bugs are multiplying in my house. Not in my house, in my studio, and I'm like flipping out here. I almost had it, but it's up there somewhere, and there's one way up there. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. So, give me 2 seconds so that I can get the comments and everything pulled up over here. And I say hey to everybody. Hello, Sam. Michelle, there's Gerda and Wendy and Susan from the other stream. Okay. We survived a stink bug attack. No, we didn't. No. I tried to get the second one. I tried to get the second one just a minute ago, and it fell up into where my markers are and my pens are for the week if we're going to set up bullet journal stuff, and I'm kind of flipping out about reaching my stinking hand up there. Alright, let's see what else. Okay. She freaked out. Okay. She's not live here. Hello to Jolene, Belinda. Oh. That was weird. What was weird? I'm actually catching a live, and hey Jillian, awesome. Okay, so I don't have any sound. Does everybody else hear me? Hello, Mikey. Hey, April, we were talking about you as your ear was burning. Can y'all hear me? Okay, Margaret Ann, hello. So you can hear me? So it's just Sam. Sam, refresh. Tell her to refresh. I can't type. Okay, I can hear. Okay, awesome. So, I figured we would give you the option on what we wanted to do today. We were doing this painting over in the Patreon Hangout. I'll tell you in a minute, honey. We were doing this painting over in the Patreon Hangout, so we can either continue to finish the painting, or exactly right, Mikey. Mikey dead on it. That's why we were talking about you, April. Or we could set up for the week. So y'all tell me what y'all want to do. And while y'all decide. So no, we were talking about your video and the contents of different things, since we were sort of in the private chat. I don't know what's going on, Sam. Not that you can hear me tell you that. Finish painting, paint, I'm good, reboot. Okay, good job. You could tell me yourself, Amanda. Yeah, no, we were talking about the unboxing that you did, and how Mary had tagged me in that post that said, Amanda, you might want to go check out April's video. I think you might have found it interesting, and then me going, I've already seen it. Yeah, we were talking about that, and then we were talking about what I thought of the contents of that box. So I was like, it's a little less snarky when it sounds a little less snarky when I do that in the private lives instead of the, the big ones. Alright, everybody's saying paint, baby, paint. Okay, well, so I'm like the slowest painter ever, so I'll just sit here and talk to y'all if y'all want me to, and I'll just finish this painting, because it's going to take for flipping ever. We've been doing this for an hour, and Wendy finished her whole sky, and Gerda finished all her little flowers and her stems, and I'm sitting here talking. Hello, Taylor. Welcome. And I'm sitting here talking, trying to read the comments. Andy's flipping out because he was taking Devin to work, went through a checkpoint, didn't have his license on him, nothing. It was exciting. So he's calling me going, honey, I'm in a checkpoint that shouldn't be here, and I don't have my license on me. So I was like, that's fun. Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, until something actually happens, I'm kind of just being the support. So I just sat on the phone with him, but it was all good. The officer let him go. So I think he could tell that Andy was like just fresh out of bed and didn't want to be in that darn truck anyway. So he let him go. This is my poor baby. He was like, geez, of course. You had to go to work today, didn't you, Devin? You had to wake me up from a nap. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, she wanted me to do the post, but I was chicken to do it. Oh, honey, I had already seen it. It happened to pop up in my feed, and I'm like, let's go ahead and check this bad boy out. And I was like, oh, I thought you might be talking about me, but then I wasn't sure. And then I'm like, look at that god-awful thing. So, I thought it was funny. Because the gemstones were just hideous. I'm sorry, but they were, and the necklace was worse. So if you can get worse, I did not like any bit of it. And I'm like, well, you know, I guess imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but I mean, do better. It was funny. Okay, so let's see. Oh, well, thank you. So here's the thing. Okay, so this one's up to my patrons, because if you want to paint along with me, since everybody's like paint, if you want to paint along with me, then I had provided this line work to my patrons when I created it last week. And so it's up to them, because they do pay like a little monthly thing to get these kind of little rewards, as to whether or not then I make it public for everybody else. If y'all want to paint along with me, because then I want you to definitely tag me if we do share it, and so I can see y'all's work too, because they're starting to look really nice, and we've barely gotten started. But all my patrons, y'all speak up and y'all let me know what you want me to do, because I wouldn't share it otherwise, unless y'all were okay with it, because I considered that one of your downloads for the month. So that is one of the benefits of being a patron. But if y'all don't have the line work, you are more than welcome to grab some paint and just start painting anything, and still show me whatever you end up painting. That would be awesome too. That would be amazing. Alright, so let's see. Is that what America has become now? A place where you have checkpoints and you need to show your papers? I swear, poor thing, he didn't have anything on him either. He was half dressed when he walked out the door. He was so tired. He was really trying to take a nap, and yeah, that was not working out. He was freaking out. I think he freaks out anyways, because the truck that he drives still has Kentucky plates on it, because he had just renewed his plates when he moved down here, and he's like, I am not paying twice, so when they expire, I'll switch everything over then. So they like to look at him a little funny with the Kentucky plates around here all the time anyway, so bless his heart. Alright, I'm getting into bigger sections now, so I'm switching brushes here in just a second. Let's see. Wow, that's... Oh, well, thank you. Is it Myra or Mira? I don't want to call you the wrong thing. You appreciate my laugh? Oh. Andy says it's infectious. I say he's crazy, but it's okay. I had a rough couple of days, so I appreciate my laugh at this point. Let's see. So, you don't mind. So, Wendy doesn't mind. I'm a horrible painter. I only use pencils. That's okay, because Gerda is using markers. So, if you don't have paints or don't want to paint, then use markers or use colored pencils, or just do something and have fun with us while we're sitting around chit-chatting. Alright, I need to get into a bigger brush now. Let's see. I'm a dick. I had muted PC earlier while son was streaming and he had family drama. Okay. Makes me sound stupid, but what is the third word? Yeah, it says Be-You-Tiful. So it's a play on the word beautiful, but it's telling you to be you, and that is beautiful. Is basically what I'm getting there with that. Thank you, April. It's weird that you guys have to change your plates when you move states. I can live anywhere with my plates. See, yeah, no, they want you to have the plates that belong here. That way they can collect the money from here. So, yep, I mean, he had literally the same month gone. I mean, if it had been 6 months into it, he might have not been so ornery about it, but it was the same month. Okay, so let's see. I'm here. Yeah, been looking forward to this all. Hello, Brittany. It's Myra. Okay, Myra. All right. Watercolor pencils works good too. I know it's not paint, but nice. I started watching your videos. I have suddenly acquired quite a collection of gelatos. I tend to do that to people, Taylor. You are not alone in that. You are definitely not alone in the recent acquisition of gelatos. I have had that effect on quite a few people, I do believe. So, I mean, not that I'll cop to it, really. I mean, I think they're just trying to blame me. But gelatos work as watercolors, too, if you saw my horrible video on how to do that. My hot mess video, I'm like, you know what? I'm throwing it up anyway. Whatever. Hello, Mary. Bye-bye, Mary. You color with watercolor pencils. You color like you would almost a regular pencil, and then you wet it with a water brush or something, and it smooths out all the colors, and that's how you blend them out. There you go. She said the same thing. One with gelatos. Where does she live? That she can keep her former plates. She is in the UK. That's where she is. Yeah, she is over in Europe. I'll take a damp brush and pick up some of the pencil. There you go. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to try. And I was telling them that I'm not a watercolor artist. I'm not going to pretend to be a watercolor artist. I actually printed this off on my crap printer too. So this Be-You-Tiful or whatever might start to bleed here in a second, because I'm not 100% sure how this is going to hold up to watercolor, but we're going to try it. I'm going to try and deepen this this light blue a little bit, and sort of do like an ombre thing going down. We'll see how that works out. When is your live, Sam? Because I will try to catch it. It's going to be a hectic week for me because I'm trying to catch up from the stuff that I didn't get done last week when I flipped out Friday. But I will try to catch it and at least have you on in the background, even if I don't type a whole lot. Is it at like 2:30 my time? Like 7:30 your time? Yeah, you have to go pay taxes here once a year. You have to pay the taxes and do the registration on the vehicle itself, so you have to pay for both. And if it's newer than a 90-something model, I can't remember. If it's 20, I think it's 20 years or newer, then you also have to have it inspected, which is another $30 each month before they'll allow you, or each year before they will allow you to do that. If you don't have it inspected, they won't let you register it. So it is a big money racket. Bet you'll carry your license with you next time, won't you, baby?
I bet.
I should start paying you because you are an amazing babysitter. My son will cry if I don't hold him unless he's watching your videos. And he's only 3 months old. He loves your voice. Oh.
You got another child crush?
Oh, speaking of child crushes. Oh, is she in here? I didn't get a chance to say hello to Brianna when I was saying, or goodbye to Brianna when I was saying goodbye to Daryl on Friday, because he didn't do a video on Friday, because she has a little desk set up and everything so that she could be like me, and I thought that that was super sweet. I missed it, huh? Oh, baby. Aw, you poor baby. Oh.
I got bad luck with police. They like putting me in jail.
You're so silly.
I'm going back to lay down again. Don't leave me alone.
You're going back to lay down. That wasn't fun for you, baby? Hello, Mia. Everybody saying, hey, honey.
Hey, honey.
Hey, Mr. King. That's not really any darker, is it? This is starting to look splotchy.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, you're supposed to be, no, it's not splotchy, baby.
Yeah, it's splotchy. Need to darken it up.
On Saturday, I'll have a look. I'm going next Friday. Thought you might. The criminal return. Ah, see, they got you the criminal because you didn't have your license on you.
What's that? When did they stop setting up checkpoints?
I don't know.
Pretty messed up.
You won't go out in your underwear anymore, will you?
No, I mean.
Yeah, dress for the occasion next time.
Yeah,
That was funny.
Not funny.
You tripped me out. There's more stink bugs in here, by the way.
Well, stop letting them in.
I'm not letting them in. They find their way in. That one's up in... Uh-oh.
They love you.
You hear it buzzing? It's over there in the plastic somewhere.
He's right there.
Okay, I don't like him. But he's up there.
Stop letting them in.
I don't let them in. They find their way in.
I think you tell them to come in that way. You scream.
Mikey says, hi, Mr. President.
Ew.
You got 2 birthdays next week. Oh, my gosh. I got 2.
3.
Not
Next month.
Not next month. I got more than that next month. I've got 2 next week. I've got the 1st and the 3rd.
Who's the 1st and 3rd?
My daddy is the 1st and Damon is the 3rd. My pop would have been the 2nd, but he passed. So we'll probably go out to the grave or something for him. He said, what happened to Mr. King? And so, my nail color, Mia, is Trophy Wife by Essie, I do believe. You know, because that's what I am, aren't I, honey?
What?
A trophy wife.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where?
Hey, what trophy in hell did you win, right? Let's see. He went through a checkpoint without papers. Yes, he did get lucky and got let go.
Yes.
Because you are not supposed to drive without your license on you.
Well, you know, I just got
Or
woke up.
in your underwear.
Just got woke up, so.
He's not exactly in outside clothes.
No, not really.
It was get paid on Thursday, so I will have money, thank goodness. The 27th and the 28th are the 3rd and 4th kids. Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Mine, let's see, so we've got my daddy on the 1st, we've got what would have been my pop on the 2nd, we have got my 2nd son, Damon, on the 3rd. Our anniversary is the 10th. My birthday is the 15th. Justin's birthday is the help me out here, baby, 4th. And Mr. King's birthday is the 29th. So March is chock full for us. So yeah, this is the birthday season for us.
Can we run away?
Can we run away? I don't think that we're allowed to, baby.
It's a little much on the water.
No, it's supposed to be wet, baby. I think that's why it's looking splotchy. Don't act like you watercolor, Mr. Know-It-All King Man.
Let me show you how to do that.
See, that's less splotchy because I'm using more water. I moved up from my little brush to this brush when I moved into the bigger areas, and then I forgot to move up to a bigger brush when I hit these really large areas. So I'm trying to smooth it all out with a little bit of water, but I'm also having to be a little bit careful because I don't know if this printer ink is going to smear
We'll go back to that.
on the thing. So, bigger leaves next time, Wendy? No. If I'm going to struggle with all these little pieces, then you have to struggle with me. That was the deal. That was so the deal. I'll make you a big one the next time we do a paint with me. But hold on, let me go make that post. Talk to him, honey.
Talk to who about what?
Talk to everybody about something. I'm going to go make that. If you want the line work, since a couple people said it was okay, and nobody objected. Honey, that is not talking to them. You get over there and stop being dirty.
I don't know what you're talking about. I
completely lost my train of thought, baby.
She lost her train of thought.
Don't touch things, honey. Honey, don't touch things.
Well, don't set me down if I can't touch nothing.
Oh, honey. I can see you touching the paper, honey.
What?
There's a camera on you.
Oh.
Alright, the floral
trying to help you out.
Paint With Me printable is going public. So anybody who wants to, honey, I can still see you.
I'm trying to help you out.
Wants to do this Paint With Me and wants to go and print that out onto some watercolor paper. The PDF is now public, but you have to grab it from my Patreon page. Get out of my seat. Yeah, Mr. King, go. I've seen what you've done. Get it. You were supposed to talk, not come over here and start touching my stuff.
I did better.
You did. Baby, it's a splotch. That's not even. I love you, but that was not even.
You came into me.
Yeah, well. I can't believe you touched it.
Anyway, what was you saying?
I don't know anymore.
Good.
Y'all can go download the printable over on my Patreon page. I just made that link public. So, well, I'm left-handed, so I don't know. This is the side that I was on. Let's switch gears, though. I need some more paint anyway. I didn't mix enough. So I'll mix some more paint while that dries a little bit, and then, yeah. We'll see how well that works out.
Yeah.
You hush. Do not go back in there and take a nap, baby.
Why?
We got stuff to do tonight.
What do we got to do?
I don't know. I need you to take me to Walgreens now.
I ain't taking you nowhere.
You're not getting back in that vehicle.
All I'm going to do as far as driving.
You don't want to ride out in your underwear again, baby?
Nope.
I'll go into the store. You don't have to get out of the car.
You can grab it.
So hateful. We got to figure out dinner, though.
I ain't any more about that. I'm starved.
Just talk to your girls, Andy. It's no big thing. See? You were supposed to talk to them.
I did.
Oh, usually I started on the right. I really did, Susan. You saw me do it. Not the far right, but part of the right. And then I got to talking, and all actual theory goes out of the goes out the window. What, baby?
Why does it look like you got a turd on that?
Because I thought that was a bug earlier, and I almost lost my mind. I'm like, no, that's my paint palette. Because it's brown, honey. That's raw umber.
Mm-hmm.
That's what looks like a turd. So here we go. Let's go in the correct direction for lefties. And we're blending, and we're blending. Alright. So what are you going to do, baby? Stand here and stare at the screen?
I'm going to make a bed.
No. You had your nap, mister.
Well,
Yes, you did. You had more of a nap than I ever had.
And I'm going to stand in here and make animal noises with you.
His idea, by the way, everybody, of letting me sleep in today was running out the door at almost 8 o'clock in the morning, but leaving the door open and then yelling at the puppies. And then the puppies all came back, running back in. The big dogs never left my side, except for to go to the bathroom. And then they came right back. And then he started cooking breakfast. And there was 5 dogs in the bed at one point. And so we were all snoodling. And, yeah, I never got to sleep in because I never got to go back to sleep.
You lie.
Oh, don't you dare. I do not lie.
You lie. You was laying in there sleeping. Well, you was asleep when I went to sleep.
I was not, baby.
I did not sleep at all last night, so I had to sleep.
Why didn't you sleep at all, baby?
Probably because you're snoring.
I don't think that that's even remotely possible.
I think that it is.
I think you're crazy. What are you playing with back there? I can hear sounds.
Nothing.
Honey, you're playing with my pen blades. I can hear you. And you're not invisible.
Then why did you ask?
Because I'm trying not to turn around because it took me an hour to do that little bitty bit of sky. And I'm trying not to be here all night. I saw your breakfast. It looked delicious. It was really, really good. So, I think he thought that he was feeding 3 wives instead of 1. But, yeah. He helped me finish it. Did one of the kids finish it all?
Yes, the kids finished that. And don't act like you don't normally eat that much.
I don't eat breakfast, baby. I will power down some dinner, but I don't eat breakfast.
Well, you did.
I did eat a little bit. It was yummy. I will give you that. It was definitely yummy.
I mean, I gotta go to sleep. That way I can get up Monday morning. We got things to do.
Yes, tell them what you promised me, honey. I was telling my patrons earlier, but tell them what you promised me so that I don't kill the people in this house.
She will have a new car Monday.
A new car. What was the thingy that we looked at? A Volvo something or other?
It's a Volvo X90.
An X90. I don't know. I don't really care.
Nice
I just,
SUV.
as long as it gets me from point A to point B, I don't care what it's called. But I didn't know I don't remember what it was called, so. The wind is kicking out there today. Alright. Wendy, I'm catching up. Probably not. I'm getting more done. We're getting more sky done.
You're kind of slow.
I am slow. I told them I was slow.
Volvos are great cars. Yes, they are. They're easy to work on too.
Unlike Mercedes. Piece of crap. It really is going to start to look like a parking lot out here, though, if we're keeping these vehicles.
Well, I mean, we got a parking lot full of kids, so.
I know.
And they're all going to be driving soon.
Carter is in driver's ed right now, and Brittany is up next. So then everybody in the house. Wendy, I know that you, she's showing off. Let's see.
Who's showing off?
Wendy, because she's so much further ahead than I am. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's everybody in the house will be of driving age and will be driving in the next several months when they all turn 16. So by October, that is 5. There are 5 children in this house, and us 2 adults. It's 7 people.
I don't want to pay the insurance bill.
You and me both. Oh, it's so pretty, Wendy. You're doing a fabulous job. Slow down. That's splotchy. I feel like it's splotchy in places. Mind your business. Ain't nobody talking to you. Do you have to pay for driver's ed? No, it's part of the educational system, honey. Don't be dirty.
I'm being dirty. Wow.
Just don't start making animal noises again.
Wow.
So once they hit 15 and a half or something here, then they can sign up to register for the driver's education classes. And then once they go through it, they can take, like, I can't remember if it's like 15 or 20 hours behind the wheel with an instructor. And then they can go get their permit, which they need to keep for a year. And after they turn 16 and have hit a year and a day, I believe it is, they can move to their license. And it's sort of a graduated license, so they have certain restrictions that they have to go by for the first couple of years until they're 18. And then they get released from those restrictions and have a full-fledged license. Can't drive until 18, and you pay an independent company to teach you. Oh. Be here in a second. Need food. By the way, y'all check the KBB on the repair cost of a Volvo. That's his job. My job is to drive the car once we purchase it.
I can fix the Volvo, so I don't have to worry about it.
I mean, he is a mechanic, so he has, I guess, a general knowledge on the subject.
I'm
but
ASC certified, darling. General knowledge is way past it.
I don't know what he just said,
Don't
but whatever
dumb me
he... Apparently, I have just insulted Mr. King. He said, don't dumb it down. I have no idea what any of that stuff means.
I am ASE certified. That means I can do whatever I want.
You can do whatever you want, baby.
To any vehicle I want.
You can do whatever you want.
I don't like imports, though, most of the time, but Volvo's alright.
Volvos are alright. Okay. Well, you heard it from the king himself.
Mercedes is a little more expensive to fix.
A little.
Yeah.
A lot. Alright. Anyway. In Maine, it cost my kids over $700 each for driver's ed. It's not part... No, they teach the kids here. I don't know why. But I'm thankful for it because none of my kids would know how to drive because I'm not paying that. They'd have to...
Right, and you can't drive, so therefore...
Honey.
They'd be out of it.
That's not nice.
Yeah, okay.
I know to carry my license with me. Even in my underwear. What paintbrushes am I using? I'm using silver black velvet brushes. I've got this one's a 4. I've got the 2, 4, 6, 8, and 3/4 inch out here. The 3/4 inches for like washes and stuff like that, but we're doing it the hard way with just strokes and stuff. I still never moved up to a bigger brush. It's fine. Now we're getting into the spot where I need a smaller one anyway, so no big. No big. It's part of the master plan to do it wrong.
Alright, I'm going back to bed.
No. Honey.
You can't do that. You're in here.
Don't make me come and get you.
Oh, do
Don't. Get out of here.
that. Yeah.
No sleeping, honey. Go in there and...
I have to sleep.
You can sleep tonight. What are you
I don't
doing?
wanna
You're
sleep
knocking
tonight.
stuff over. Please take that donut coupon thingy inside because nobody is ever going to use it sitting out here in my studio.
Nobody's ever going to use it anyway.
Well, I don't eat donuts, so I don't know why we have it. Why do we have it? Because they had an extra one.
Mm-hmm. You're not America.
What?
You're not America.
I mean, I'll eat a donut if I have to, but I'm not going to go out of my way to go find a donut. Stop eating my Milanos. Get out of here. But not to go sleep. Can you take the test without the course, but you have to wait until you're 18? He is a car repair specialist. There you go, honey. Only one of mine has a license, and he paid for his own lessons and tests. 1 butterfly and letters to go. Gerda, oh, well, you're using markers. It's a slightly easier medium to deal with, I do believe. But, again, I have to keep stopping because Mr. King is eating my cookies and trying to get in trouble with the law.
Y'all move blaming me because you're slow.
Honey, I can't take the blame myself, so who else am I going to put it on?
Well, of course, me.
Of course you. Yes. Yes. Of course.
I'm gonna go do what I do best.
Oh, jeez. Honey.
Sleep.
No. No.
What?
No sleeping.
That's about like saying no pooping.
Well, don't do that either.
Well, what?
I love you. Don't go back to sleep.
Okay, I will.
He listens so well. I feel like I'm going to smear this ink any second. So I'm trying to, oops, there went that. It's okay. It'll dry. I can get it up. It's like magic. Hold on. Clean, dry brush. Clean, dry brush. Pick it up. Pick it up. Oh, when I got up, I took my towel somewhere. Oh, there it is. I got it. Good enough. Alright. I still haven't finished my darn sky, and we've been working for another 40 minutes. I mean, I knew I was slow, but I feel like mega slow now. That did run a little bit. That ink did. That might bug me a little bit when it's done, but we're going to go with it. I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful around these letters then, because, yeah, that's going to bug me if it keeps bleeding. Alright, so let's get in here and try to get really, really close, but not directly on top of a lot of the letter forms. Or not super, super wet. I said wet. I am stamping my weekly out. Should I go with colored ink or black and white? I don't know. I like black and white, but colored could be really pretty. What colors are you going to use if you use colors? Color? See, Wendy votes color. I'm weird about black and white, and then the color being like an accent. Go crazy, do both. That's what I do. This looks super splotchy to anybody else. Did I preface this by saying I am not a watercolor artist? That this was a fly by the seat of my pants idea that was not completely thought through and is Wendy's fault. I sort of jumped on the bandwagon with everybody else, but I'm not a watercolor artist. Oh, April, I was also talking about you for another reason. Where are you? Are you still here? So, because I noticed that in your video, there you are, that because the wax paper stuck to your thingy a little bit more, remember I said I was going to tweak my formula just a smidgy bit more to see if I could make sure that that didn't happen anymore, or if you have that problem, to pop it in the freezer for like 5 minutes. So this was the fully dried out sort of version that I sent out in the box, right? So you can see how it's got this like glossy color to it or whatever. Well, I tweaked it one last time, and you see how much more matte that is? So, not sticky at all, and I don't think it will stick to the wax paper anymore. So what I'm going to do is this week, I'm going to wrap this later in the wax paper, and I am going to make sure that it doesn't stick so that I can still wrap them the way I want to. I don't know if I'm going to wrap them in the foil and make it look like candy. I'm going to do one like that, and I'm going to do one with the wax paper just to make sure that nothing sticks to the top of this paint. But I've worked it out. So, and then all of my colors, my pigments, and my new Muller. I bought a glass Muller and everything is being delivered tomorrow so that I can get the March shipment out, like the first ever like actual subscription thing with the new colors. So I tweaked it and it freaking works. So, but the next time I send you something, honey, I'm gonna send you another one of these since yours you're stuck to your paper. She is until I kill her for waking me up with a scream. Why are you screaming? I'm gonna go with color, but neutral colors because I'm tricky like that. Well, then be tricky. I finished the sky ish. I finished the flat color on the sky, if that helps. I'm gonna try to smooth out a couple of these places that look super splotchy. I don't know how, because once again, I am not a watercolor artist, but I'm going to try to get a couple of little spots blended out just a smidgy bit better. I don't know what I'm doing. So, but yep, problem solved, April. That was the last little kink, because not all of them did it, but some of them did it. And so I was like, if I make this one more little adjustment, that should be fine. But I needed to also make sure that if I made that one little adjustment, that it would still re-wet and everything perfectly. And it did. I mean, the colors, even the sort of glossy looking watercolors, they still color fine. And they still re-wet fine. It was just, they seem to take, in that regard, with that formula, they seem to take just a slightly longer amount of time to cure and give that final result that wouldn't have stuck to the paper, and I didn't give them enough time, I don't think. So that was one thing. So when I tweaked the formula this last time, I was like, well, this will allow them to dry a little bit quicker, but if I do that, I needed to make sure that they'd still re-wet and work just fine, and they did, because I tested it. So it just basically, it allows it to dry a little faster. It didn't affect the color of the paints at all. So that was awesome. Just one minor tweak, but I did want to make sure that I worked all the kinks and the little bugs out before the first subscription box goes out on the 1st, because that's really what I'm going to be doing all week, is making watercolors. I missed a spot. I'm out of color and I missed a spot. The wind is whipping out here, so if y'all hear something that sounds like my building is about to fall down, it's just the wind. It keeps making the shed in the back's door squeak because it's rocking back and forth a little bit, because I mean the wind is like really whipping out here, but I can hear that. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Okay. Oh, no, okay, that's a leaf down there. Moving on to a different color. Awesome. Oh, bye, Michelle. Have fun. Bye-bye. Hello, Angie. We're painting. Sort of. We're not really planning. If you want to plan, go ahead, feel free, but we're painting. We took a vote, and painting was the one that won. So this is something that we started over in my Patreon hangout, and now we're finishing here. Now none of my paint is even remotely wet because I've been painting with the same color all day. So let me look at my swatch. What color do I want to use? I kind of like this one for my greens. And maybe the deeper one. So that is Cascade Green and something I can't pronounce. Periline Green. This is Periline Green and Cascade Green. I think those are pretty. I don't know. I might mix this one and this one. See where we get. Let's find out. Wet, wet, wet. But I did make the patrons didn't seem to mind so much. So if you would like to paint with us, and if you would like the line work, then that post is now public over on my Patreon page, and so you can grab the line work PDF from over there. Let's see. Because I don't want my green to be too bright, but I don't want it to be super dull either, and I think a hybrid between those two will look good. I meant to grab like a little scrap paper. I have it somewhere so that I could test these colors that I mixed before I actually used them. But let's see. That's pretty. Let me go with the brighter green just a little bit more. Just get a little more oomph to it, because that sounds professional. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. It's like a slightly more muted. This is a little bit brighter than that. That's a really muted, dull shade, and then this is a really, really bright shade. So now I've got somewhere in the middle of that. That works. I could do that. Alright, and then I'm going to move back to my little brush and try to get these stems. So, alright, what brand of watercolors are you using? I am using a mix of Daniel Smith with Winsor & Newton and like one, is it Gumbacher mixed in. With no liner, trying to do this with the number 2 round brush also, which may or may not work out because I've got shaky hands. But we're about to find, oop, nope, I'm already outside the lines. I need a little paper towel. Where are my paper towels? Oh, my foot's asleep because I'm sitting here with my legs crossed. But let's see, April, up on my on the actual Facebook page and on my Instagram feed, I showed my setup last night. And if you're curious to know which watercolor colors I'm using in the palette or whatever, I took a picture of it, so I think you can read most of them. And if there's one that you can't read and that you want to know what it is, just let me know and I will happily tell you what it is. And then this is Fabriano hot press watercolor paper. I mean, yeah, seriously, Wendy, I'm with you. I might need to do bigger stems next time. I don't know how I'm going to manage to get in the lines of any of these. But Fabriano hot press watercolor paper is what I'm using because it's smooth and I like that. Silver black velvet brushes and frog tape. And that's pretty much it. The palette that I got here is from Hobby Lobby, I want to say, but they are also available on Amazon. I will go and I will, since I have that Amazon shop now and I forgot all about it, I will go and link the stuff that I'm using because I know that it's available on Amazon too. Sorry if I sound muffled. I'm trying to turn around and find out where the other palette went so that I can show you what it looks like. It is this. It looks like this. And then you pop it open and it's got all of these little slots in it, and then it's got this little clear tray inside also, which is what's over here on the side. So you can pop this little clear tray out and use that as a palette. You can use the top as a palette and you can mix colors inside, but that is what this is. I don't know who makes it by brand. That's, well, I'll have to look it up, but there are several versions of it on Amazon, and like I said, I got it from Hobby Lobby, so you should always be able to find it there. And then I got my little double water dish thingy, I think from Hobby Lobby, in the paint section too. So it's got, this is really dirty looking, but it's got the 2 different sides in it and a bunch of little brush holders and a little top to go on it. So And I got my color wheel over here because every time I start talking to y'all, all of my color theory seems to go out the window. So just in case I needed a reference, that is there as well. So that I didn't make gray or brown. Ooh, what kind of journal have you been using here recently then, April and Mikey? Because I know stamping has been a problem in some, depending upon your brand. So I'm sure everybody would love to know what brand is working for you as I spend the next 5 hours trying to get all these little leaves. I did not make this easy. Maybe I should have started with a beginner piece. Oh, Limomes are good. Okay, cool. Is it Limome or is it Limome? I don't know how to say anything. Yeah. Sorry, Wendy. Yeah, maybe I should have started with a beginner piece. This was definitely a more advanced piece. Is that you again? It is, you butt munch. Are you like 5,000 steps ahead of me still? I bet you are, because you're not typing. Oh, I didn't show people the last time. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, hold on. Let me flip it. Look, y'all. Don't just ignore the crack down my screen because I dropped my $1,000 iPhone. But look, hers is looking so good. Oh, I'm going to do mine purple also. You did like the little lavendery looking flower. I don't know what they are. I really don't know what any of these flowers are. But I had lavender in mine when I did these little bunchy ones. So I was going to do mine purple too. So yay, twinsies. I promise to do a simpler a simpler piece next time. April, you so missed all the gossip though, and all the snark that happened in the patron hangout where it's private and we could be more snarky and catty if we want to. I mean, not that I have any problem being snarky and catty here, but it was fun and you missed it. We were talking about you. Cause you mainly because you seemed so displeased with that necklace. So it was funny. Hello, Kathy. Better late than never, honey. Yes, something else I ordered since watching you, Archer and Olive, and it is amazing. I had the Leuchtturm. Oh, I bet you. Oh, so ridiculous. The white thick paper is so amazing. I mean, Taylor, it's night and day. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Leuchtturm is a fantastic notebook, but the ghosting was horrible. Like it wasn't even so much bleed as it was just ghosting, because the Leuchtturm will hold water better than the Scribbles That Matter in a lot of cases, and will take longer to actually bleed through than the Scribbles That Matter will. It's just that the ghosting was horrible. But no, the paper in the Archer and Olive is, I mean, it's really, really nice. So I'm not mad at the fact that it's got like 40 less pages in it, because I could do so much more in it. I love that stinking thing. But she does. She just had a shop update not too long ago, and I don't know what she still has in stock, but I know that she sells out relatively quickly. I don't think her next shipment is going to go out until sometime in March. So I think there's also about a 30-day production time in between sets. When she puts the order in with her manufacturer, I think there's about a 30-day lead time, not including shipping, from order to, you know, production run being finished. Oh, speaking of which, I ordered my enamel pins, and I'm so stinking excited. I approved the design from the manufacturer, and now we are just waiting on the production of those. So as soon as he sends me a proof or anything like that, like a final piece, I will let y'all see it. I'm so stinking excited. But they will be here mid-March sometime. So they took off like 2 weeks for the Chinese holiday as well. So they have like been working overtime since they came back to work. I know they have. Oh, night, Gerda. Are you leaving? Oh, she might have already left. Bye-bye. I wish I could have been in that chat. It was fun, April. Because, yeah, it's a lot easier to be catty in private. And that thing was hideous. So, I hope I don't offend anybody who might have liked it. But I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. Let's see. I ordered 2 she had in stock, and then the next day she set up the pre-order, so I have ordered 3 or more with a total of 6 or 7 notebooks. I mean, you kind of do have to jump on them, Taylor. I don't blame you at all. I've got 3 right now, so that I have plenty. I mean, the one that I'm using, and then 2 more, so that I have plenty, because I'm not one who is willing to wait if she happens to be out of stock. So I plan on keeping one, you know, waiting in the wings. That way, if I need a new notebook, or if I am getting close to the end of my notebook, I know I'll have another one. But I was talking to Bonnie the other day, and I've sent her an email because she told me to email her so she didn't forget. I was going to try to talk to her about her manufacturer, which she said she didn't mind sharing either. And maybe pointing me in a couple of good directions, because I was going to do like a sketchbook with like artwork on the front of them. Like, let's see, artwork like one of the more detailed fairies from last year, or the steampunk cat, or something like that on the cover of like a sketchbook, or any other artworks that I sort of come up with in the meantime. So I've been sort of talking to her about, you know, who's a good supplier, because I love the paper that she uses. And so I figured if anyone would know who to work with and who not to work with, it would be her. Alright, let's see. Amanda, did you see the I Am Batman post on my Instagram? You'll adore it. No, I missed it. I'll have to go back and look for it. As if she was not impressed with the necklace. I look at Patreon like a cup of coffee or a drink. If I would buy the person a drink in real life, then I can sponsor them for that amount on Patreon and enjoy the perks. Oh, that's a fantastic way to look at it, Mikey. It really is, and I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. I love hanging out with my patrons. I have put, I think, didn't I put, when I updated the things, I put like an extra live stream in there somewhere where we're just going to sit and chat, but I have to come up with whatever day that it's going to be. So, if you're just a patron in general, even if you pledge $1, you'll be in the first live stream every month. And then anyone on $5 or more gets on the second live stream, which would be like this one for this month. So $5 is really not that much, and then you get the line work and everything to go with it, and there's a couple of little extra perks that go in there as well. So definitely, I think I tried to be fair as to what I included in each of the tiers to make sure that it was really worth it. But I think I added a third one in for like the higher tiers, so that you can sit and just do a draw with me and I can answer your questions or something as well. So I'm going to just sit around, hang out and chat, and I'll either sketch or do something with my hands so that you're not sitting there staring at my face or a blank screen, you know, for the entire thing. But I think I added a third one. So I'll have to figure out when that one's going to be. It'll start in March. So I'm still finalizing my March calendar, and that'll be fun. I love hanging out with the patrons, and I've been updating the Patreon page so much more here recently, because I think I mean, because I really do appreciate the support that each one of them give me every single month. And the Patreon page is really starting to grow as well, in the number of patrons that are there and that come and hang out with me on these things. So I want to make sure that I'm keeping them updated and that they do feel that what I'm providing is worth, you know, their money each month. So it's just fun little extra stuff. Let's see. Oh, I missed so many comments. Okay. Yes, that dang necklace was ridiculous. I canceled my box and oh, aren't you sweet, honey? It just, and don't get me wrong, if you like lovely, I'm going to do it again. If you love costume jewelry, which some people really do, and you like bigger pieces and things like that, then that necklace might be your taste, which is 100%, you know, your prerogative and your business. And it wasn't even that. I just found it comical because I didn't like it, and because my attention got drawn to it. But it was what we were talking about in the Patreon hangout, is that it, one, assumes that you would like something like that in a journal subscription or a journal-y type subscription, and two, it also assigns female gender for the most part to your entire list of subscribers, which I don't think is right. So that was the reasoning behind my snarky comments. But so even if I had liked the necklace, I mean, even if it had been the most gorgeous necklace I had ever seen in my life, which it very well could have been, you know, it could have just, you could have opened that box and it could have just been lovely. But it still assigns gender to, I'm going to say, the better part, because I know that it started at about 500 and there's been some loss in there due to several different reasons, but the better part of 500 people just got a gender assigned to them, and I can't see doing that. So it's not journal related in any way, which is what they signed up for, and it's assuming the entire subset is female, which I think is wrong. Because even if you're cis female or you're born female, that doesn't mean you identify as that either. So I mean, I just don't like assigning gender in general to the public. Okay, so let's see. Let me get back up here and see what else. Miss Kathy said it's the first person I have ever sponsored on Patreon, and I'm so glad I did. Oh, aren't you sweet? I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Good to have backups. Taylor, I felt the same about the necklace. I will have to finish this tomorrow. You pooping out on me, Wendy? Well, if you saw my video on it, you can tell what I thought. Oh, I could tell what you thought of. She will lose because of that necklace. See, and that's just the thing. I don't know. It was weird for me. What time zone am I in? I missed the Patreon live. I'm in the Eastern time zone, and honey, I did not see your comment until about an hour before I went live. So I'm in Eastern time zone. And the Patreon hangouts are an hour before the live hangouts every other week. So they were at 2 p.m. my time, Eastern. And then we go live here at 3. Alright, so sadly she won't lose enough subs to make a difference. That is very true, Kathy. It's very true. I opened it and was like, what the hell? I'm excited about the name sticker. I get it. Oh, yeah, that one's about to run out, too. That was a... Okay, so Patreon started this special offer thing this month where you could offer a special incentive to buyers. And so I'm like, I'll try it out, but I didn't know what to offer. So I had done those custom name stickers in like that glitter vinyl. And put them up in my shop, and I'm like, what if I did that? So for each one of my patrons who hit, like, I don't remember which tier it was, but at the end of this month, if by the 28th you signed up as a patron and you are on that tier or higher, I mean, you don't have to be any higher, I mean, or do what you want, you know, then I'm going to write out your name in like the scripty font that I do, like in my hand lettering, and print you out a vinyl sticker to go in your Happy Meal package that you get next month, because that's the tier, that's one of the tiers that gets the Happy Meal package anyway. So it'll be like an extra little thing in it, and that allowed me to sort of try this special offer thing. And of course you can change what tier you're on anytime if you want the sticker, but you think, okay, well maybe I'll just hit that tier this time, and then we can change it and just be like $1 patron after that, or not a patron after that. Then you're also more than welcome to do that. I was trying out that special feature, and I was trying to make sure that I hit a tier that was getting Happy Meal anyway. Is that you again, Wendy? That's Mikey. Okay, hold on. So I'll look at it in a second, but okay. Let's see. I'm excited about the name sticker. Okay, and that was my argument. It's a journal box, so why a necklace? And see, that's like when I throw in, and I'm not saying that I haven't thrown in like an extra thing here or there that had nothing to do with journaling, because those little stones or whatever had nothing to do with journaling. And I've got these cute little things that have like little stones in them as well that I might send out in a future box. You know, just extras. There's not, I guess I don't include those as part of the box. If I find something that I think is cute, I'll throw it in last minute, but it's not ever something that I consider part of the value of the box. It would never be my big ticket item, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Your stamping looks so stinking pretty. I cannot stamp like that, Mikey. Y'all gotta see this. Hold on. Like, look at these trees and stuff. Let me flick it again. Come here, flick. Look at how pretty that is. It looks very autumnal. Is that a good word for it? That's the feeling that it has. Autumnal. It's my word of the day now. Actually, my word of the day was derf snort, is what I was calling everybody at my house earlier. It's one I just made up. Super girly stuff is not my thing. Did you see my plan with me week 9? I will have to go back and watch that. I have not seen it yet. Hey, I paid $3 onto you and I didn't realize I had it. I thought I had taken care of it months ago, Amanda. I don't know what you said. I don't know what that means. I had paid $3 onto you and didn't realize I had it. Thought I had taken care of that like months ago. I have no idea what you mean, honey. I have to go. Get up at 6. Bye, Wendy. Love your face. Thank you for hanging out with me. Show me your picture when you're done. Ignore that. My autocorrect. Okay. Done. I just fixed my Patreon with you, Amanda. Didn't realize I hadn't signed up. And thought I had done it months ago. I thought you were in there, Mikey, but I could be wrong. But okay. Well, thank you. I love your face. Let's see. Good night. Good night. Need to make sure I have a high enough tier to get that. I think it's either the $10 tier or the $15 tier. I really don't remember, sweetie. And like I said, you can change it anytime if you want to get the sticker and all the goodies for that 1 month and then go back down. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I send you a photo on my Instagram. So how long will I share when I'm done with everybody? Okay. Good night, Gerda. I will check it out when I get off of here. I don't understand Patreon. Is that a link in the info to list? Yes, that is the Patreon page. And basically what Patreon is, Angie, is like if you would like to support an artist in just general what they do and everything, if you want to just give them a little monthly, here you go, sort of, I appreciate you kind of helping support the business and all that it takes to go into doing these lives and doing videos for you every week, then you basically pledge a little amount. And there are several different tiers. So you can do $1 a month and just say, hey, thank you so much for what you do. Or you could say, you know, there's a $5 a month tier and a $15 a month tier, you know, and it goes up from that. And but what the artists do in return for your patronage and your pledge to them each month is that they give you little special perks, and it varies from artist to artist, and you get to pick, you know, what perks you provide. And sometimes I change them up if, you know, we're feeling a little funky and you want to, you know, freshen the the perks up a little bit. So like for instance, the people who get the $1 and up tier, I have been updating them on, they get to see some of the stuff that I'm working on ahead of any other social media. And then they get the live stream each month, where we hang out and chat and either plan or paint or do something, and they get to help me vote on certain things and decide what I'm doing in certain months and stuff like that. The $5 a month gets a little bit more. There are a couple of little added benefits to going up in a tier, and once you get up to like the $15 a month one, then you get the sticker kit that I release out each month, and you always get everything in your tier that you're signed up for and all the tiers below you. So if you're signed up for $5, you get the $5 stuff and the $1 stuff. And if you're signed up for, you know, the $10, then you get the 5, the 10, and the 1. So it's just a way of saying, hey, I would like to, you know, buy you a cup of coffee, like Gerda would, or not Gerda, like Mikey said, if I would sit down and buy you a cup of coffee once a month, as a thank you for what you do. That's the kind of pledge that you're sort of making. I hope that made sense. Alright, $15 or more, like a monthly subscription. Yes, in a sense, it is like a monthly subscription. Patreon charges you once a month. There is the option to do it every time your creator or your artist creates a piece of work, but I don't know if, nothing that I do is worth anybody paying me each and every time I create something for them, so I'm on that monthly setup. There's 2 ways that you can have it done. But some artists do really, really detailed stuff and only create a certain thing every now and then, so once they have created it, then the patrons pay out. But I think that's a little bit more sporadic, and I don't know how to really do that, so I went with the monthly option. Let's see. It was really pretty, Mikey. It looks really good. It's not done yet, and I have a little ink spots, but I wanted to show you the paper really holds up. It looked really good. Alright, am I all caught up now? Because I've been a little rambly, and I stopped. I'm in the middle of my rambles. I've got my face down in this paper trying my best to stay in the darn lines, and staying in the lines, reading the comments, and rambling all at the same time is proven to be like one task too many for me. So, but I do hope that clears up the Patreon thing. But Mikey had a really good take on it. But yeah, in the top tiers, you get little added bonuses. Like I do like a little exclusive sticker for the highest tier each month, and you know, made sure that, you know, if somebody wants to in that tier wants to request what the sticker be for that month, then I try to hold up to it. But somebody requested a tree. Willow requested a tree month before last, and that thing was butt ugly. So I'm like, here, take this instead, please. I tried and failed on the tree that she wanted. It did not look good. But they get the sticker pack that I make each month, and they get the live hangouts, and then they get a couple of the add-on pages and the sampler pages as well. So I send out all kinds of little happy things. And it also, for Patreon, it doesn't matter where you are either. So that's always a good thing. And you don't have to like pledge, and then if you're getting a Happy Mail piece in the mail, you don't have to also pay for shipping. Because I kind of take that into consideration when I decide what I'm going to include in each of the tiers. And the value of the tier, I make sure that it's, you know, feasible for me to ship that specific, you know, item, no matter where somebody might be. So I hope that clears it up. I am almost done with all these stinking little stems, I think. I got a couple more up here up at the top. And then I can move on to a new color again. Yay me. I really could use like a special liner brush, because I just don't know that this 2 is technically small enough for what I'm really doing. Did they make a 0? Look, I don't even know. This is the smallest one that I could find when I was grabbing for brushes last night trying to set up. I'm like, this is a 6. Let's see how far down we can go. This is a a 2. That looks really thin, but I don't know. All right. Okay. Thanks. No one's explained it before. Sounds great. Oh, well, you're sweet. You don't have to be if you don't want to. I promise you, you don't. Thanks so much, guys. It's hard to take good pictures, and stamping isn't easy either. Stamping like that, and that's like multiple steps, is not good either. Or not good, not easy either. And because you have to like mask off all the little areas that you do, and I am not a good stamper. I have all the stamps, but I am not a good stamper. Because I never ever do it. So I applaud you, honey. You are getting there. That looked really good. And if you're not even done yet, then you go, girl. Let's see. I will just have to work it into my budget since talking about me. You're talking. I'm talking. I didn't mean to talk people into it, but I love your faces. I love all your faces, whether or not you support me on Patreon. I really do, because I like just sitting here on the lives and talking to you here. I'm perfectly fine with that. So it just is one of the highlights of my week. I'm not even close to kidding. I know that might sound a little hokey and a little corny, but it really is. I really enjoy sitting here and talking to y'all. Even when the neighbors think I'm crazy and sitting in this building talking to myself, it's so much fun for me to just sit and actually talk to y'all in real time. Even if I can't hear your voices, you know, I've got that instant feedback from y'all and the instant, you know, responses from y'all instead of having to upload a video and wait for it to post and then wait for people to be able to watch it in all the different time zones before they make comments on it and things like that. So it's just, it's nice this way. Alright, so let's see. I'm so sad I'm not getting the Zentangles. I will have to try and get them from the shop. Taylor, okay, so I'm going to catch up tomorrow. Monday's my catch-up day because Friday I freaked out for personal reasons. I just had a really, really bad day Friday, so I did not get anything done. And instead of stressing myself out over the weekend, I've decided that, you know, Monday's just going to be a catch-up as much as possible sort of day. Since it was going to be a pack and ship day anyway, I could get any packages that I didn't get out Friday. You know, out in that set and everything. So I'm going to sort of jump back into it Monday, but I still want to get a video up for Tuesday and Thursday. So I want to do on Tuesday, I know I said I wanted to do the March setup, but I'm thinking if I do these are how you Zentangle, these are my favorite Zentangle patterns before I do the March setup. That might be a little bit better. Y'all tell me what order you want to see them in, because I mean, I've already technically done a March plan with me, even though that wasn't the Zentangles. So, but those are the 2 videos for this week that I have planned. This is some Zentangle patterns. This is how we do it. And then I've still got to set up my personal March. And I was going to do that on camera too, so y'all could see me do the second Zentangle setup. But I thought the order might have made more sense if we do the shorter video on Tuesday and show you how to do the Zentangle patterns before I jump into another Zentangle plan with me, even though the Thursday video will be the 28th and it's the very, very last day of February. It'll still be sort of out in time. If you're a late setup person, it'll be out the day before March. So, I don't know. Y'all tell me what you want to see. Let's see. So, hopefully that'll help Taylor. I teach, so I'm very wary of Instagram and Facebook. I'm not really active on either. Oh my God, thank you, Angie, so much for the super chat. That's my second one ever. Cheryl gave me my first one, who's not here today. I haven't seen her today, but oh, I love your face. That is so sweet. I don't even know what to say because I don't ever get them. So thank you so much. You're a doll baby and I love you. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. I have 0 in the Winsor and Newton brushes. Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I just don't have one in this brand. And so this is the one that I was grabbing for. Maybe I'll find one. Or is there just one that's called a liner is another one that I might need to look for as well. Let's see. I follow you on YouTube and would love to support you. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Oh, that was adorable. And I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate anytime anyone wants to support my little bee business. I have like a little single icon journal stamps. That's about it. I have colored them with brush pens to get colors. And that's the extent of my stamp. Honey, I could pass you some stamps. I don't know why I own a billion stamps. Because, honey, I don't stamp. But I swear I've got them all. What happened? Oh, that was the next thing I was going to talk about, April. Because I flipped out on Friday. I didn't get to close it up. And close it out. And then since I started to get a little overwhelmed and a little stressed out yesterday. Because of all of the stuff that I was starting to think of that I had missed from the day before. Let's go with purple next. So I started to get a little anxious yesterday in all that I needed to do to catch up, because I was going to try to catch up the studio vlog. I was going to try to catch the mail before the post office closed on the packages that really should have gone out on Friday, because I try to be as quick as humanly possible. I mean, if you order something from me and I can get it out in that same day because it's one of my shipping days, I generally try to do that. But yeah, so I sort of worked myself up a little bit, and I was like, know what, it's the weekend, I'm gonna take it a little bit easy, and I'm gonna jump back in Monday. So I was also in the middle of like a crayon melt, which you probably have seen the progress shots for in my Insta stories and in my Instagram feed or whatever. And I didn't want to leave it on a cliffhanger again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up my crayon melt tomorrow, which the only part left now is to do the Zentangles inside the castle. And as soon as I finish it, I'm going to close out the studio vlog for the week, and then I'm going to post the studio vlog late, but better late than never, right? And then Tuesday I'm going to go back into this week's studio vlog and start filming the next one, if that makes sense. So it will go up hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to close it out tomorrow, and I'm going to try to edit it tomorrow, but if not, it will be up Tuesday. It should be tomorrow. Okay, Mikey. And when I was teaching college, it was not social media at all, because I knew my students would find me. Nowadays, it's gotten younger and they look for you, so it's probably a good idea to keep. I agree. If you're a teacher or something like that and you need to keep your personal stuff personal, then by all means do it. That's why some people, like a lot of people, I have an Instagram that is my personal Instagram, and I have the Instagram that's sort of the business Instagram. So I try to separate a lot of that as much as possible, because we had the buppies and it was sort of a part of the vlog there for a while. I don't mind sharing things like that, but like the super personal stuff of family stuff and stuff like that is over on my personal one, so I try to separate it out as good as possible. Tangle.com is a fab site to learn how to do the tangles. I didn't know they had a website, so I will have to check that out too, because they have all kinds of patterns. I mean, you really can't go wrong, but I know that because there's so much, sort of like bullet journaling, when you go to start, it can get a little overwhelming with all the things kind of mentality. Hi, Gemma. What have you missed? Snarky comments, painting instead of planning, and all kinds of stuff. Oh, thank you. My little second graders have phones. I know, isn't that ridiculous? I swear that, they come out the womb knowing how to operate smartphones and everything, and I'm telling you right now, my dad and my stepmother still haven't gotten it down pat. My mama just learned in the last year how to use a smartphone. But they do pretty much march out of the womb with that information now. Alright, shows you how to do it instead of just showing the finished picture. Well, then that's awesome, y'all. We all have to go and check out Tangle.com. And I will, like I said, I will do a video on the ones that I use most often and how I decide to use certain ones in certain spaces. I will do that video this week as well. I need more water here. I'm trying not to bleed these little lines, but I want my little flower dillies to look like they have some depth to them. Alright, as Amanda would say, I love your face. Okay, bye Mikey. Love your face. Have fun. Go get your picture and paint it and then show me what you do, or color it somehow. It doesn't matter what you color it with. Oh, Gemma, we released this artwork if you want to do it as well to everyone. So if you want to jump over to my Patreon page, it is made public now, the post with the PDF in it, and you are more than welcome to paint along with us. Or Gerda is using markers in hers. Use markers, colored pencils, whatever, and have fun with us, because it's taken me 2.5 hours to do the sky and these 5 little flowers. By the way, I want to thank you for letting me post my YouTube channel on your chats. You are absolutely 100% most welcome. I am of the mentality that we need to, as a community, be it an art community, a bullet journal community, or just a community in general, as women, as people, you know, as human beings, I am of the mentality that we need to build each other up, not tear each other down. So you are more than welcome to share, because you've created your channel to, you know, help people as well, to show them how you do things, because nobody is going to do the same thing that I do all the time, and they may be interested in seeing something else. Like half the people who generally watch my Plan With Me videos here in the live may care nothing about these flowers today, and may not want to watch today because of these flowers, but because they tuned in for a second, you know, one of these times they might have seen that you have a channel, they've jumped over to check it out, and, you know, seen that, hey, this is something a little bit different than what Amanda does, and this is interesting, I'd like to keep watching it. So I am all about sharing and building each other up, because I'm also of the mentality that because no two people are the same, and no people are going to do everything 100% the same each time, you know, that variety is the spice of life, and we are the community, no matter what community we're talking about, again, is big enough for absolutely everyone. So you feel welcome anytime. You do not have to ask before you post a link in here. I mean, I've got it to where it has to be approved by me before, you know, certain things pop up, but that's more to keep the trolls at bay, which I've only had that one, but that was more to keep the trolls at bay than to block anyone's speech or anything like that. So even I generally approve anything that pops up for approval anyway. But okay. And that's why you are so awesome. Oh, you're a darling. I love you. Well, whenever you do it, then yes, please show me. If you want to keep it private, then by all means send me an email or a Facebook message or something with that in there, and just tell me that you don't want it shared. But I will, like, if you tag me in it in Instagram, I hope you don't mind that I tend to share those in my Insta stories, going, oh, look at how pretty so and so's is, because everybody's got a different take on it. I mean, I could have sent you all the same line work in the same exact colors, and they'll still you know, each one will come out a little bit different, and that's another thing that I love. Alright, Margaret Ann, when I go to Tangle.com, those Zentangles are coming up. Do you ever use gouache? I have used gouache a couple of times, Taylor, but I am not well versed in it. Hell, I'm not well versed in watercolor. I'm really not. I just like to play with it because I love the effect that it sort of lays out, and because it's fun. So, but if you would like, we could try gouache one of these times. Because like I said, and we had discussed this a little bit before when I was telling everybody about how I was switching up the channel, that like every other week would be a plan with me, and then the opposite weeks could be like a paint with me, or hey, let's give this art supply a try, or something like that. If that's something that interests you, then we can totally do it, and I don't mind making myself look stupid while I fail to do something. So I like winging it. We can do that. It should be Zentangle.com. Okay. So Zentangle.com, which probably makes more sense. Okay. You're all so sweet. So glad I found this group. And we are glad to have you. Well, you know that some are really strange about their channels. Yes, they're as strange about their channels as they are about their sticker paper. So, honey, I know all too well, but don't you worry about a thing on this channel. You share all you want. Alright. So, I'm going to get a little bit of this pink going over here and do some of these little bits in pink just to add a little something. Because they feel pink to me. Let's see. There are various sites for Zentangle. I prefer tanglepatterns.com as well. Wendy. Did Wendy leave? I don't even remember now. She might have left. She's my list maker. When people start listing things out, she usually sends me a list in the Facebook Messenger so I can remember them all. I'm going to have to go back and search through the comments if she's already left and find all these websites again. Oh, my brush is really wet. She said wet again. Let's see. Yes, I bought a couple and I'm scared to start. Okay, well, this is what I do know about gouache. Gouache is sort of a hybrid between watercolor and acrylic paints. So it's water soluble, but it's more opaque than a watercolor is going to be. Whereas a watercolor is more translucent on the page, a gouache is going to be a little bit thicker and more opaque, but it'll share properties with both. So if you think of it that way, hopefully that'll take away some of your fear. I tell you what, print out this line work or any line work that you like and just go at it like a 4-year-old. I'm telling you, that is my philosophy. I mean, if you don't know how something works and you're scared to really start it or something, grab something that you honestly do not care about. And if it's, you know, if you can grab something with some artwork that you can just color in, by all means, that's an easier way to go about it than trying to create something from scratch. But just go at it. I mean, yeah, just because you're not on camera. I'm on camera most of the time. And somebody's dinging me. Oh, thank you, Wendy. I love your face. She's listening. Are you painting still? I didn't get a chance to see the whole message. But yeah, if you're not on camera, it's just you, just take your supplies out and start playing. See what works, see what doesn't work, and don't be afraid to fail, because nobody, honey, is going to see it but you. And then, hey, you may surprise yourself and be like a superstar savant at it or something, and then you can start posting going, look at what I did my first go round. But you have to get in there and just give it a shot first. That's the only way that you're going to get there. So, yep, jump in and play. That's my advice. Let's see. I have no problem with that. She's gone to bed. She's listening or something. It's okay. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know how to share it to you, but I will try. My email is eclecticscribbles, the business name, at gmail.com, and you are more than welcome to email me there at any time. Shoot me a Facebook message. Most people, I don't do a whole lot of private stuff on social media, and so a lot of people that watch me here on YouTube have just sent me a personal friend request over on Facebook so that you can share it on Messenger that way if you like, which is where, you know, Wendy's hitting me up now. You know, so, or email always works. So, whatever you want to do if you're not comfortable sharing with the general public, but if you want some feedback from me or something like that, then, or just to show it to someone, then I am happy to be that someone. So, send away. Alright. Let's see. I don't know how to share it to you, but I will try. Are they your paints? These paints are not my paints. These paints are a combination of Daniel Smith and Winsor & Newton professional tubes. I shared a photo. I can't pull it because I took everything out of this clear thing. I shared a photo over on my Instagram, and it will also be on the Eclectic Scribbles Facebook fan page because it shares there automatically when I share on Instagram with all of the different colors laid out. My new colors are going to be going out. The first subscription box goes out on the 1st of March, and I have tweaked my formula one very last time. Like, this is my Blue Lagoon. So it had sort of like this shine to it before, and now we've tweaked that formula one last time, and so we're good to go. I love the way that those came out, so we're good to go on the first. And the first set is going to be primaries and maybe some secondaries thrown in, so it's going to be a nice palette that you can make any kind of colors from. And then one of my first videos in March that I have planned is showing you how to mix colors based off a limited palette. So as long as you have a good solid red, a solid yellow, and a solid blue, you can make pretty much any color that you really want, and it's just a matter of knowing how. So that's going to be one of my first videos in March. Okay, let's see. Thanks, Margaret Ann. I don't know what Margaret Ann did. There are various ones in Tangle Patterns. I got you. Mary wants to know why you don't use your Alexa for list making. Because I forget. I forget that she's there.
I'm not sure.
Now she's talking to me because I said her name. Oh, see. Sam's getting new subs too. Alright, I think I'm trying to do this color by color because I'm weird. I think I want the inside of this butterfly to be pink. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm going to do that. I've got my little brush and my pink. Maybe some pink into some purple down here toward the inside. I don't know what's happening. I'm winging it as I'm trying to talk, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, like I said, and so Jimmy, you probably missed this too. So if there's anything that, and if you don't follow me on Instagram or you don't follow the Facebook page, you don't have to. I was talking this week about how I've hit a point, I guess, with this YouTube channel to where Amazon thinks of me as a influencer. I don't know why, but so they give me this shop option now that I can use rather than having to link each and every product in every video, you know, product by product. So what I'm going to do is everything that I've used today, I will update in that shop so that you can easily find it as well. And I'll like label it, you know, the paint with me or something, and then you can find all the supplies that I've used in that little section on this shop, which is now generally linked in all my videos, but I forgot to change it when I moved over the settings for today's video, so I'll have to fix that. And now I put way too much purple in that. See? not a watercolor artist. But that's okay, because we know that a clean, dry brush will pull it up. Or pull up a lot of it. That's better. Now if I get back in there with a little bit of the pink, we can fix that out and just smooth it out a little bit. That's better. It's very hard to talk, read, and paint at the same time, but that's smoothed out. That's better. Okay. Okay. She is not sure. Oh yeah, she's not sure. She doesn't know what I was talking about there for a second. I commented on you last week. Winging it on the butterfly wing. Yes, I wing it on everything, honey. That is my forte right there. That's my wheelhouse, winging it. I am good at that. Alright, so let's try that again with a little more forethought. A little less hindsight, a little more forethought. There we go. That's a pretty color. Okay. Is there a way to find the shop on Amazon without going through a video? Yes, it is amazon.com/shop/eclectic scribbles. I don't know why I chose a business name that was so stinking hard for everybody to say and spell, but I did, so sorry about that. That's exactly what I did. But that is, I believe, the link. I'm so new to it that I forget, but I believe that's it. Cool, thanks. I'm on your other social media. Okay, cool. I'm going to have to go. Nearly 10 p.m. Oh, good night, Sam. I will go back into your feed and I will find the He Is Batman thing and check out my little buddy. Since he's freaking adorable all the time, I don't know how anything he could do is ever not adorable. I know you, as his mom, probably disagree with that, but love your face. Oh, Sam, before you go, just in case because I know I put out another watercolor after we talked the other day, and if you want it, baby, I tweaked that coupon code that I gave you. Again, so that you can reuse it, but it also takes off that $1.15 that's on every shipping thing, so it's a little bit, it'll take a little bit more off this time, but you're welcome to use it again before I ship out your stuff on the 1st. Not saying that you have to buy each one of the watercolors that I put out there, but I forgot to tell you. Okay, so, and not to put your business out there or anything, but you know, I don't want you to have to pay for shipping 5,000 times. So. Okay, I did catch you. Yeah, you didn't quite leave yet. But, so, that's there if you need it. Don't feel like you need to need it if you don't need it. But I wanted to make sure I told you while I was thinking about it. Because I'll forget again in 5 minutes. Alright, this is not looking bad. This is not looking bad at all. I can deal with this. My sky is super streaky because I put so much stuff in my sky. I wasn't able to do a wash like I would have wanted to, because I had to make it difficult. So it's a little scratchier than I would like, but otherwise I don't mind it. The rest of it's looking okay. You're welcome, baby. Like I said, it's only there if you need it. If. Alright. Let's see, what else can we talk about while I'm painting this butterfly? I think I'm going to do the outside in black, but I don't think I'm going to do that in like a watercolor. I don't know. I can make a black. I mix in a bunch of different colors together. Or I have this neutral tint that I've never used before. I just happened to come across it and I'm like, well, that looks interesting. So it's on my little swatchy thing here. So it's like a black, but not quite. It's very bluesy. It's like a really dark gray, but a cool gray. It feels like it's got some blue undertone in it. So I would probably mix that with something dark to get like a good, you know, oomphy black. Don't really like, I mean, not that I haven't, and it has its uses, but I don't really like using straight black as far as a watercolor is concerned. I'd rather make the black. It feels like it has more depth than just a solid black, if that makes sense, because it's built up of so many other colors, and then you can make different shades of black. Your sunny days, it looks splotchy to me. Are your sunny days splotchy? Is that what you're telling us? Today is our first sunny day, and I don't know how long. I've been watching memes all week of Noah's Ark and what is that song by Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow from back in the day, and saying I haven't seen the sunshine, and the meme says 47 damn days or something like that. Which I thought was funny. And then there's the Chandler one that I shared on my Facebook because I love Friends with a passion, that says, could there be any more rain? We don't usually get this kind of rain, and it's a little bit driving us crazy because now I live in a swamp. My yard just has had it. It's like I can't take anymore. Everything is overflowing. The city park, I mean, and this is a small town anyway, so the city park is small, but there's a river that runs through it that's pretty much engulfed the entire park. We were driving past it while we were on our way to car lots yesterday, and it's just, there's wet everywhere, and I hate it. Yes, Picture by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock. Yes, that is the song. I love that song. But it was funny because they crossed out the 3 and scribbled in 47. We've got little Noah's Ark pictures floating all over the place. So between that and college basketball memes, that has pretty much taken up my Facebook feed over the course of the last week with the Duke blowout, the shoe blowout, where dude just came out of his sneaker. So from where anybody who cares anything about college basketball, because I'm not a big sports fan, but you give me some college basketball and I can talk game with you all day long. But where I'm from, here in the middle of North Carolina, Duke and UNC is the big rivalry, and they're both about 30 minutes away from where I am. So it's been a big part of our, you know, sort of game culture forever. And so the first game that they played against each other was the other night. The second game that they play during the regular season is generally the last game of the ACC, you know, season before they move into the ACC tournament and the NCAA tournament. And so it's always a big, big hoopla around here when Carolina and Duke play. Because, yeah, people are very, very passionate around here about whether or not they pull for Carolina or Duke. And so anytime a game goes in the other team's favor, it's a big deal, and the memes just start flying. And when that dude came out of his shoe, there were memes all over the place. Oh, it was awesome. Let's see. Ohio is always cloudy, and today I've got wind advisory. It is blowing like crazy here too, Angie. It's ridiculous, but I mean, there's not a cloud in sight because they've all been blown away by the wind. So it's a crystal clear blue sky for once in forever here today, but the wind would knock you over, so you can't really go out and enjoy it. Yes, that's the line. I got an iPad Pro. Galena, hello, look at my fingernails. This is Trophy Wife by Essie. Do you love it? I've messed them up because my fingers, I didn't give them time to dry before I came out and did my first stream, but that's besides the point. The point is that I did them again because I love you. Okay? Yes, there you go. Oh, you had already seen it. You got an iPad Pro. Andy is hinting that my iPad may be coming this week also. My new my new iPad. So anyone in the market to purchase my old iPad, I'm told that I may need to sell it. But yeah, he's hinting around that he still wants to make sure that I get my new iPad, because it had sort of been the plan that I get it. I don't know why this butterfly's body is purple, but I'm going with it because this just turned fantasy butterfly. It was part of the plan originally for me to be able to get the iPad right about now, but when both of my cars blew out, I didn't think it was going to be feasible to be part of the plan anymore, and he's hinting that it still is. So I'm like tentatively excited. I'm cautionally, that's not a word, caution. I'm excited, but I'm trying not to be. How about that? Okay. New nail color, yes. I had to order it, Angie. It will be here tomorrow or Tuesday. Dude, I am going to the Apple store if it kills me. If he says that I'm getting an iPad, I am headed to the Apple store. They can kiss my butt. Sneaker stock dropped for sure. I do love it. I should send you some gel polish and the lamp. You should. I have a lamp. I promise you. Well, I don't think it's for. I don't know what it's for. No, the lamp that I have. Actually, I think it is supposed to be a nail thingy, but I used it for something else. It's by Lisa something with a P. I don't know what I have, but yeah, because I'm running out of nail polish. This is like, I was trying to do a different one each week, and then, so it was like a thing, well, what color are her nails going to be this week? And then, yeah, I'm running out of stock quick. I thought I had a silver, but I cannot for the life of me find it. And I definitely do not have any gel. But this one's called Trophy Wife. It's like a blue-greeny shimmer, which is really, really nice. And a lot darker than I would normally go, but I love it. It's not that green that I had before, which I didn't really care for with my skin tone, maybe. But this is nice. I don't mind this. And it, yeah, by Essie. So, I like it. But I do need to look into the gel polish thing, so it might last a little bit longer because, well, and I will tell you that I kind of cheated last week with the purple and only, I think, really did one solid coat, whereas this has got 2 coats on it and a base coat and a top coat, which is probably why they didn't dry on time. But, so that's why they chipped off so bad last week, most likely. I do love that color. Oh, it's really, really nice. I don't mind this. I didn't care for the green. Ooh, for a couple of weeks. That would save me one thing, but then I'd have to find something else to put in my box for my self-care, or my me time box, because now every time that I do that, I get to check off my me time box in my tracker. I mean, I did kind of take yesterday as a me day while we went car shopping, and then I decided to take it easy for the rest of the weekend before jumping back into work on Monday. So, even if I didn't paint my nails today, I was going to mark my box. I love gel polish. I need to put it on my stuff and give myself a manicure soon. See, I've never tried gel polish, so I don't know. I'm going to have to experiment, which is one of my favorite things anyway, so hey. Alright, we need some orange here because I didn't pour an orange. I had a cadmium orange, but I've got cadmium red here and cadmium yellow, so I figured, hey, I can go with this rosy color instead, and I can make orange when I need it. So, I'm going to do like the insides of my flowers maybe next, and I'm going to have like a yellow with like an orangey base. Trying to get some depth, even though I don't know what I'm doing with the watercolors. And none of these sections are really that big. I mean, I know I can go in and layer. I'm not trying to lay in all the color at once. And I can go back and deepen some of the colors and really add to each of them in like another layer, but I'm trying to get something while we're on this live to where it looks sort of ish finished, and let these sort of bleed into each other so that I don't know how much of it's actually coming through on camera. Can you see the little pieces that I'm doing, or am I just touching a brush to paper as far as y'all's concerned? Because I've got my screen so small, it just looks like a bunch of mush to me. But that way I could see y'all's chat, and I don't need to see me because I am doing it. It's right in front of my face. Okay. If it's true gel polish, you need a lamp. I don't know what I have. I have something. I want to say that it's like Lisa Pavelka or something like that. I know that I'm not saying that right. And you can actually find a stinking lamp like that in the polymer clay slash resiny department of craft stores like Hobby Lobby and stuff like that. So I think that they use the light in it to harden up resin and stuff like that for jewelry. But I swear it was like could also be used as the lamp for that kind of thing. But I could be completely wrong because I really don't have any clue what I'm talking about. I just know that there's light in it. That's what I know. And so I'm calling it a lamp. KL polish is awesome. You should check them out. Okay. Yes, just use an alcohol wipe after they dry. Is that the stuff that you put down on your... Okay. The cuticle oil is the stuff to avoid these little bust outs like I've got, right? I'm not that fancy. I don't have that. So I was scraping the side of my fingers with the Q-tip with fingernail polish remover on it. Probably also not the best way to go. But I just want you to understand that I am making this effort for y'all who wanted to strangle me. Or at least, at the very least, hold me down and paint my nails. Oh, I don't know the answer to that. Oh, my voice just went out. Maybe I should stop for 2 seconds and get me a sip of drink, because my throat's been bugging me for like the past 20 minutes. Alright. Alcohol wipe and cuticle crap is what I need. Y'all need to make me a list of what I need. I swear the thing that I'm talking about, which I'm going to have to dig out, has got a UV lamp in it. I used to have crap. I don't know where it all went. Don't get the cheaper ones. Go for the more expensive ones because you will have an issue with really cheap gelish. Isn't too bad. Is gelish a brand? Oh, yeah. Are you one of the ones who wanted to sort of strangle me and hold me down, Angie, and paint my nails? This is the effort that I go through because I love your faces so much. That I have not painted my nails outside of stinking special occasions in years and years and years. I had them done once last year when I was going on vacation because we had a girl night. Me and Brittany had a girl day or whatever. So outside of that, I have not painted my nails in years and years, but I love your faces so much that now once a week I sit down and I take my nail polish off and I paint them. I do it out of love. Okay, Gelish is a brand. Okay, cool. Cheap, thickens, and gets so gross you end up spending more money to rebuy it. Oh, okay. I'm definitely going to have to go back through all of the comments today and write down all this stuff that I missed about the Tangle websites. And now gel polish and stuff. Let's see. Need... Maybe these little baby flowers up here could also have this orange color in it. And I've got those two itsy bitsy daisies right there. I do know that flower. That's the only one that I know what I made. It's itsy bitsy wildflower daisy issues. To pull the orange up into a couple of different areas. Okay. I can send you a message. Just remind me. Okay. I will try, but I'll forget in 5 minutes. So I'm not the best one. Wendy's my message sender, and she is pooped out on me because it's late there. She had to poop out on me and go to bed because she's got to get up and go to work tomorrow. I don't know. At last check, though, she was listening in the background. She had just pooped out. Okay. So now we need a couple little buttons. Okay. What are we doing next? I don't know what because I don't know what flowers I drew. I don't know what color they're supposed to be. And see, this right here, this humpy thing right here, and this humpy thing right here feels more like an inside of a flower, leafy thing. I'm not even sure this is a flower. I think it's a leafy thing. So maybe it should be this orange color as well. But I don't know what I drew because I was just looking at those two little reference pictures just to get some shapes. So I just sort of made the flowers up as I go along, and I don't know if that's an inside or an outside. I've been sitting here playing a game and listening. I could never use nail polish because it does not stay on my nails, and my nails peel and split all the time. I've got like a hardener base coat on mine. I don't usually put it on there, but in this one I did. Maybe that'll help if you put the base coat on there. And then, have you tried that, Mary, with that? Help me out, Galena. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. I got your message. Okay. So that's helpful. Yeah, I'm not the best one to listen to. But the nail polish, I would think, would stick to something like a base coat. If you could get the base coat to stick to your nails, to strengthen your nails, I would think that then the polish itself would stick. And if you use the gel polish, like they say, which is better than the regular polish, you might be able to get somewhere with it. Just make it purple everything. Let's see, I got a bunch of different purples over here too, so let's see what other colors I got going. I've got this really deep purple. Let's see, this one is, oh crap, something I can't pronounce is what it is. This one is quinacridone. Did I say that right? Quinacridone Purple by Daniel Smith. That's a really pretty purple. Maybe we can go with that for the inside of the leafy thing. Because purple can never hurt. There's never too much purple. Alright, let's go for it. I'll make the inside of that thing purple. Don't mind me just sending you links. It's okay. Wendy's always dinging me in the background too, so no problem. I don't mind. I got my phone sitting here in my lap so I can check, because Mikey sent us her beautiful stamping picture earlier, and Wendy was showing me how much further ahead she was than I was because I paint slow. So send away. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to do the inside of this thing with this purple. And attempt to stay in the lines like a good girl. Oh, that's not working. It's not happening. Alright, what else do we want to talk about? We covered nail polish. We covered me being catty about ugly necklaces. We've covered that I love your faces and what Patreon is. We talked about videos for next week. Wendy paints faster than I do, but in all fairness, Wendy was not talking and reading and painting, so I think she had a leg up on the painting. What do y'all think about the idea of doing some sort of let's play with this new art medium every other week, and then just do the plan with me's on the opposite weeks? What do y'all honestly think about that? Because I know a lot of you has started watching me for bullet journals, and I know I've said this 5 different times, and I know a lot of you are like, do you, we'll watch you, whatever, or, but I like a general consensus on what you would like to see, at least during the lives, because I want you to continue to show up for the lives and come and hang out with me. And if we're doing something you really can't stand, then you might not show up, and then I'll be sad, and it's like a train wreck, one thing leads into another, and I want you here, so y'all tell me. Okay, you got it. Oh, okay. Even with the nail hardener, it doesn't work. I have diabetes, and I think that might be the problem. Okay. I don't know. There has to be some way around it. Have you tried? I know some people who have like different issues with their nails before. Like if you use that Buffy thing. Oh, I'm so professional. I know the names for everything. If you use that Buffy thing to sort of give your actual nail a little bit of grip, for something to stick to it, would that work? Like if you buff it and give it, so it has a little bit of friction and it has little divots in it for the paint to stick to. Have you ever tried something like that? Now I'm just going off of now art knowledge and not nail knowledge, and my limited knowledge as to things that are available in the beauty world. It really doesn't harden your nails, and it really doesn't. It just gives it an extra coat. I think what they consider hardening your nails is having that extra coat of polish makes it a little bit harder for anything to get to your nail or whatever. But if it does, your nails need a little bit of flexibility in case you slam your nail into something. Oh yeah, because that's what I do. I tear my nails up all the time that way. People need to like your videos since there are only 20 watching. Oh, everybody like, please. Where's Thumpkin? Is Thumpkin here in the background? That would be awesome. If you're here, Thumpkin, go ahead and do your thing if you need to. I will forgive you. I will forgive you. It hasn't happened yet. A Thumpkin has fallen behind in the last couple of videos and not showed up, so I'm sort of missing him a little bit. Him, her, whatever. So if you're here and you can hear me, Thumpkin, or if you start to watch this later, you go ahead and you do your thing, sweetheart, but interact with the video. Alright, I like the idea of different art mediums. I hear about stuff on Instagram or whatever, but I know nothing about most of it. It would be nice to learn about new things. Well, honey, I will get on here and make a fool of myself every other week, if that's what y'all like. Too dry and brittle underneath. Tried ridge filler too. Okay, Mary, ask your doctor to check with your vitamin D. My nails are doing the same as yours. Now I'm on meds and the nails have improved. That's always something too. Or any meds that you happen to be on could be causing that issue. So, I mean, it may just be a side effect of one of your medications. And if it is, there could be a way, and the doctor may know of a way to counteract that. Alright, Sandy, I'm on 1,200 milligrams of vitamin D. Sounds great, but you need to change the title. Oh, and yeah, see, I will. Well, the original intention today was to do the plan with me, but because I didn't get anywhere in the paint with me, and I didn't even get my sky finished in my hour, I said that when we switched over, I would give the people on this live the opportunity to vote. If they wanted to see the plan with me, I was going to put this off to the side and start the plan with me video. But if they wanted to see the paint with me, then we just keep going. And people said paint and nobody said plan, so That's why I didn't change it, because the original intention was to switch over after the Patreon hangout and move into the plan with me, which now I'll have to go and set up my week on my own, but that's okay, because it takes for flipping ever to do anyway. So holy crap, that's a lot of vitamin D. To prep nails, you need to remove the cuticles. Use the orange stick. That's the little pokey thing. Okay, I got it. Technical term, pokey thing. Make sure the cuticles are soft, like after a shower. Oh, that's that wet stuff they put on it. And push them back. After the cuticles, buff them lightly to take the shine away. That's that block of doohickey. That's that white block. Use rubbing alcohol and a lint-free wipe to clean nails. Apply base color, then top coat. And this goes for any polish. That is a lot of steps. I did not do half of those steps. I didn't. I love the gradient of that purple. Oh, awesome. I didn't do it on purpose. Did I do it on purpose? This one? I might have almost done it on purpose. I was trying to smooth it out a little bit. I don't know. I get weird about hard lines in the middle of my watercolor, even though that I know that they're watercolor and it's kind of supposed to do that. I get weird about hard lines. Alright. I think, what do I need? I need, let's go with, should this one be pink, like an orchidy type deal? Somebody's still talking to me. Is that you, Kalina? Probably. Yes. Okay. Maybe this one is pink, and maybe this one is pink, maybe this one is a green, like these leafy ones are green. I don't know what I drew, so it's fine. And then this is a white flower, but we need to give it some super light blue, almost invisible sort of hint, so that you could tell it's a white flower and not just paper. And then this one needs to be a color, but I don't know what color that is right now. Alright, let's look at my, what do I got? So this is a really pretty color. Oh, so ooh, we could do the leafy things in this color. Was that the teal that you were talking about? This is phthalo turquoise. Okay. I love your technical this thing. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing, actually, because I call everything a thingy. But if you describe the shape of the thingy that you're talking about, yeah, it helps. That's when you really get in it and everybody knows what you're talking about, is when you describe the shape in addition to it. So this is the, no, that's the blue. This is the, I don't know what order it was in anymore. Okay, that's the deep blue. We might need to use that. And then this is the turquoise. So this is the part where Amanda talks to herself, because that's the only way that her brain can figure stuff out. Okay. Turquoise, the green, leafy things are going to be turquoise and purple. Alright. I mean, last week I was a little bit pushed for time, and I had forgotten that I had been painting my nails. So, yeah, we were lucky that the one coat of purple went on it. This week, I did the base coat. I didn't do the stuff before the base coat. I did the base coat, and then I did the 2 coats of polish, and then I did a quick dry, supposedly quick dry, top coat. Which didn't dry quick enough, because I only gave myself 15 minutes in between finishing my nails and starting my first stream, so they were all still a little wet, and now they're a little messy. But yeah, I was definitely unprepared this week, slightly unprepared last week. Hopefully next week will go a little bit smoother. I need to go to the store or something and find me some gel polish and find me a new color, because like I was saying earlier, I am definitely running out of color to switch up. And I'm having fun with the what color will her nails be this week sort of thing I've got going on. Stay in the line's crazy. Oh my goodness. This isn't even close to being in the line. And that's a white flower I'm bleeding into. Ugh. can't you bleed into the other side of this flower? Why do you have to bleed into the white one? Oh, I stopped looking at the comments. Copy Galena's info. Just YouTube now. Oh, I would get stuck in the YouTube rabbit hole and would never come out the other end of it. I got stuck on artisan watercolors the other day and just had that going in the background and found myself not working through half of it, even though I said I was just going to turn it on into the background, and got stuck in that rabbit hole. And the studio vlog thing, I've been trying to find new people to follow on studio vlogs. I did the same thing with that. Because even though I don't mean to just stare at people's faces as they're talking to the camera, that's exactly what I do. I just watch them talk. Even when they're not doing anything, it's like I'm glued to the TV if I'm watching it in there on the Fire Stick, or glued to the computer if I'm out here watching it. I'm like obsessed. But I have found some good studio vlogs that I really do like. So I guess at least that's something. Like let's see. Tricky Wagon is one that I think is interesting. I like her artwork. Joy San. Is it Joy San or San? I don't know. I like hers. Catnip is freaking adorable. Lesser known, but still equally as freaking adorable, is Ellis Woolley, whose shop is Pastel Elixir. She has got some super cute stuff too, and I'm telling you, she's got a British accent, so I can listen to her all day, every day. She's got a little studio vlog, and she is not afraid to tell you what she thinks either, which is another thing that I just love about her. I would totally love if Cindy would do like a one-time studio vlog, but I don't think that's something she's really going to do because she works out of her house. But it would be interesting, which is why I like her Vlogmas and stuff like that, because you get a lot more of the behind the scenes with that. So I think that's as close as a studio vlog as she might be interested in doing, but I find it interesting. I do. I like the behind the scenes of all of it. Now I've stopped reading the comments again. Hello, Amy. I was in resin art, and now I'm watching ring designers. It's crazy. I get sucked into all that stuff too. Well, see, I was watching that resin art stuff when I was trying to make these molds. I am not good at molds. Well, that one finally came out fine, but I haven't really touched it this week, so I mean, it was fun to make, but I was starting to get a little frustrated with it when I couldn't make the stinking thing work. But maybe if I had watched a few more videos, it would have come out a little bit better, because I just sort of, well, y'all saw me, I just sort of go in and wing it. Alright, hello, Mags. Mags, you trip me out that you tell me who you are each and every time, honey, and I know who you are. It's so stinking cute, though. Like, you don't even know how cute it is that you tell me who you are each and every time. You say, hey, Amanda, I'm Mag. And I say, hey, Mag, because I know it's you. But it is adorable. Look, creative as crap over here, making little leafy, greeny streak thingies in my flower thing just to give it some, zhuzh. A little extra. Did anybody else walk in that I don't? Let's see. I wish I had an art room. Make you an art table. Start with an art table. Get you one of them little TV tray tables and start with that. It's your designated art space, and when you go there, you art. I'm so scientific. That's the professional term. You art. That is what you do. Alright. Let's see. I ran to reach you. I just arrived home. Are you, I never get to say Cuernavaca, but are you there, or are you in Brazil, or is that in Brazil and I don't know it because I'm stupid? Because I swear the last time I was talking to you, you had just arrived, or not really talking to you, but the last time you said something, you had arrived in Cuernavaca, which just sounds so stinking exotic to me. Resin is too expensive to be winging. True story. Who needs instructions, though? Not me. Look, a person who reads instructions would have known in that first studio vlog that nobody was going to get to see her work because it takes too long to set up. And it has to cure for freaking ever. And there was no way anybody was ever going to see it. They were all going to have to wait a week. And then I think I almost forgot about it. And it wasn't even going to be in that one. And that's how professional I am. It's Mexico. You're in Mexico. You're awesome. I will be doing a Plan With Me March month this week since 2 subscribers asked for it. This will be interesting. Awesome. Do it. Yes, that is her channel. We made a desk art space. See, start small. Gosh, you don't even understand how long it took me to build up to studio. And technically speaking, I wasn't even ready to build up to studio, but the number of people in my house sort of pushed me into studio. Because my art space, my art room, was technically my dining room area. And with the addition of my darling love Andy and my darling new daughter Brittany, yeah, we needed the space for other things, so that kind of pushed me out. And now with the addition of my new son Justin, who is now sleeping in what was my art space because we have run out of bedrooms for all of the people, yeah, I kind of got pushed into studios, so it was all or nothing. But I figured the way we went about it is I rented a shed that I knew that I had a handy man. My handy Andy, he hates when I call him that. He is going to cringe if he's listening. I had a handy Andy, and so I knew that he could fix up the inside enough for me to be able to weather, you know, all of the seasons here, rather than go out and rent a studio space. So, and this way, once I have paid off this building, it's mine. So I will own my studio and not rent my studio. So once it's paid for, that payment goes away. But the expense up front is much more because it was probably about $1,500 so far into the inside of this. Whereas, you know, if you rent a studio or something like that, they come with walls and outlets and ceilings, which I still don't have. Because it's just insulated at this point, but I'm going to be putting the ceiling up hopefully in the next couple of months. We also ran out of time that we had to work on things, so it's either working it mostly finished or don't work. And if I don't work, we can't finish it because I can't pay for it. So, you know, it's whatever. That was a lot more detailed than you probably were looking for. Click on my icon and you should find it. Yeah, okay. Hiding room is my favorite room in my little home. There you go. Have a wifey hiding room. Get you a chick cave, a woman cave, a mom cave. I know somebody who had a little bit of art set up in the bathroom because that was the only place that they could get away from the children. So they go in there and pretend to poop or shower or something and play with their art supplies, with their toddlers running around out, crazy people outside, which I am all for because they'll follow you into the bathroom. Oh my god, it worked. That's funny. I want to do something to the walls here because they're so plain, and actually I want to change up my entire studio now. Oh, he's gonna kill me. He really is. Because I told him the other day, when I order my sublimation printer and my heat press, I don't have anywhere to sit them because the tops of everything is covered. So I'm going to have to do some thinking here and rearrange some things, reorganize some things, KonMari the crap out of this office, something, because I'm not going to have anywhere to set the stinking thing. I need to do a better solution for my my Cricut and my Silhouette and things like that, because I'm not really loving where they're sitting. So I'm going to be moving things around here in the near future, I do believe, because I plan on having both my sublimation printer and my heat press, which will be thanks to my patrons. The heat press is definitely thanks to my patrons. The sublimation printer is my part of my Valentine's gift from my honey. But that's another thing we were talking about earlier. That's sort of what I use the patron money for. Since you're supporting my business, I try to use the funds that you support me with to purchase equipment to run this business better, give you more variety, and, you know, make things better. So I bought new camera equipment with this patron stuff. I bought stands and tripods. I bought the label printer last month with the patron payout, so that I could make the shipping and the printing less wasteful and everything like that. And then the patron payout for the month of March, when it comes in, it's going to take care of my heat press. So a lot of the things that I'm purchasing and a lot of the equipment that I am able to purchase is in complete thing. Oops, sorry. I knocked over my paint palette. Is completely because of my patrons. Because there are some things, like, those are not cheap, you know, inexpensive items. I'm really sorry about that loud bang. I did throw my palette in the floor. You know, and so while I do as much as I can to invest in my business, there's 6 other people in this house, and so I have to pay myself, and I can't invest as much back into my business as I would like to on, you know, a large part of the time. So I designate that kind of money and those funds to doing just that. Things that I wouldn't have been able to get as quickly and would have to build up more to. That's what I use those funds for. Okay. I feel so rambly and long-winded today. We wanted a separate art space, but we are in a rental and won't be able to get that until we've gotten into our final home. See, and that's another thing. I've been there too, Mary, where and it's pretty much been my dining room in every case, because we're a use TV trays and sit around the living room kind of eating family. Although Andy didn't really care for that when he got down here. He's like, I really want a dining room table. I'm like, well, we really don't even have a dining room right now, but when we do have a dining room, I will get you a table. So I was always one to take, now I'm throwing my paintbrush, I was always one to take my dining space as my craft room. So that always works. You just want to play and must have, come on, April, I need your help. I tell you what, you travel all the way over here from Tennessee, and I will let you pick several things out of my studio and run away with them. Who is texting me? That's an actual text. Is that the school? Yep, that's the school system, which means my phone's going to ring in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on airplane mode for a minute. Alright. Yeah, and then you can take things back with you, because I need to clear out a lot. Like, a lot. If y'all want me to, I just sold out of blind boxes again, too. I need to put some more of those back up in the store. But if y'all don't mind slightly used blind boxes, I can stuff the crap out of that. I will put something like that up in a heartbeat, and I will KonMari the dookie balls out of this office and just start sending y'all random crap if you want me to. Perfectly good random crap that I'm never going to use. Yeah, there goes my phone. Okay. Got it. But, I don't even know if half the stuff is even open. It's just, okay, like I'm saying, I should put together like a specific type of blind box, like a stamp blind box. Like, if you love to stamp, I know that I'm never going to stamp, but I've hoarded all the stamps. So I need to go through, bite the bullet, get Andy out here as my support system, and declutter my studio so that I do have the stuff, or the space to put the stuff that I want. But yeah, I'm gonna need his Xanax and his support to do it. But should get him out here to help me, and then I could just load up boxes. I don't know if they'd be blind boxes though. What I could do is fill a couple of boxes just full of stuff, sort of show that stuff off on my Insta stories, or just take pictures of it to put with the listing and just go that way, and then based off of whatever's in the box will be how much that the box is for. I don't know. Now I'm just sort of thinking out loud. Oh, I see. Oh shit, why did we say shit? Spaces. It will take 4 hours to get to you. 4? Oh yeah, because you're right on the other side. Why do I keep thinking that you're closer to Nashville than you are? Because you're not. You're over near Knoxville. I thought it was. No, it's 5 here. From, unless you drive like about out of hill. Well, no, it's still 5 because that's the way I drive. It's 5 from here to the Tennessee line. You are on. Company, give me some warning. I will cook you something good. I have a table in my room, but my daughter always wants me in the living room with her, so my couch and coffee table always has all my shit on it. That's what happens. It's what happens. No high-profile vehicles on the road, so I'm hoping to get the call from our school too. The wind is blowing our car around. So busy. Oh Lord. Oh, well, see, that call, this is the weekly call. This school is so annoying. They call and tell you every itsy-bitsy little thing, and then they text it to you, and then they send you an email. And I've tried to unsubscribe from half of them, and it doesn't happen. I pay for a mystery box like that. I will put some up this week. Somebody message me and remind me to do it. I'll figure something out. And then as I start to clear out the stuff that I know I'm not going to use, I'm a hoarder. Oh my God, 3,500 rolls of washi tape that I've opened, but never used really, except maybe to swatch. About 2 or, a couple hundred of them have been swatched. Because I was going to swatch the crap out of them. And then I was like, holy crap, there are thousands here. So, yeah, I gave up on that. So they've only been open to swatch. The ones that have been open, and I've sort of labeled them as to how many, what number those rolls of washi, like this is rolls 1 through 8. And this is rolls 10 through 20, But, yeah, you come all the way down here, we'll cook you a good meal. And, I'll let you pack a Michael's bag with some crap. It'll be like a flea market. Just shop, shop, shop. Okay. Alright. Oh. That's so sweet. Good night, Margaret Ann. Thank you for joining us. Did you paint? Did you color? Tag me if you did. I want to see it. Wendy's is looking so much better than mine, but that's okay. Good night. Love your faces. Kingsport, Tennessee. I don't have any clue where that is, but it's 5 hours from here to the border. Right? Yes, right. It's got to be right. It's 5 hours. Because it took me 6-ish to get to Knoxville, which is like, what, an hour on the other side of the border? And, yeah, it's either 4 or 5. I don't remember. I think it's 5, though. I could be totally wrong. I have no clue what I'm talking about. Let's see. Sam is gone with the wash. Let us know when we can come for a visit and we'll plan it. She's not going to let it go. We will have to schedule that. I don't have a place for you to stay because there's 50 people in my house, but we got a Best Western right down the street. Tita. I'd pay for a box too. I finally figured out how to join the chat. Awesome sauce. Is that your name or is that just a screen name? Is that what I'm supposed to call you? I can. It's kind of cute. I like it. Tita. It's very easy to say. Unless I'm saying it wrong. Washi tape is your weakness. That's all. Okay, definitely do that. That's awesome. I will take updates. You think you're a slow painter. It's taken me, holy crap, 3 hours and 40 minutes to get this far. It's because I keep stopping and talking to people. I don't know. You know what? I bet you Mr. King went back in there and laid down even though I said don't. And I mean, we all know that I'm the boss, right? That he doesn't listen to. Because otherwise, this is about the time that he'd call me in from playing with my friends to come eat dinner. We hadn't even figured out what we wanted to do for dinner yet, so I know he went and took a nap. Just beyond Johnson City means nothing to me. You know what? The only thing that means anything to me in Tennessee is Pigeon Forge. I know where that is. I know where Knoxville is. I know where Nashville is. And I know where Pigeon Forge is because it's on the other side of the stinking border. Outside of that, I know nothing. I have never really been anywhere, so I don't have any sense of reference where this stuff is concerned. Alright. It's further than that. Okay. And hi, what's he cooking? I don't think he is cooking. I think that's going to be the issue because now I'm starting to get hungry because my body is saying, hey, guess what? It's about time for Andy to come out here and say, stop playing with your friends and feed us again. But he fed us breakfast and now I think he's sleeping. Because he also would have come out here at least once more to, you know, get his weekly dose of attention. Because even though he says he doesn't need it, I know he loves it. So I think he really did go lay back down. He did not sleep good last night. From where we were getting over this whole flu-y type thing, he's still not been sleeping great. And he had an upset stomach yesterday. Like, I think he actually, this is gross, but threw up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't bother me because, well, he did a couple of things that sort of upset his stomach before he actually started to upchuck. Is that a nicer way to put that? I don't think that it is. Oh yeah, this Best Western, I've stayed at it too when I need a little staycation away from the house because they have a pool and everything. You know, it's a nice little place. I like it. So it's a good one. I'll hook you up there. But yeah, no, one of the doggies had an accident last night while I had gone in for a little bit. I was out here setting my stuff up for today, and I walked in so that I could go pee, which is probably more information than you really needed. I came back out, and I stepped in doggy doo. One of the puppies had an accident, and bless his heart, he was trying to be helpful because he is just such a man. He's got such a weak stomach. You give him blood and guts and gore all day long, and he is absolutely 100% fine. But you let a puppy poop in my house, and he is just so his stomach was a little upset to begin with, and then I don't know. He's still getting over this stuff. He's had some sort of health issues in the past too, which also mean that his immune system is kind of shot. So he does take a long time to get over things as well. But he's really a big old baby when it comes to smells. And so I think it's hilarious because I'm actually physically incapable of throwing up. Like, I can't do it. My body will not do it. I've never ever thrown up, and I have a strong stomach from having 4 children, you know, anyway. So, but he makes the weirdest noises, and those noises come along with faces, and it just trips me out so much. Hey honey, I love you so much. Are your ears burning? I love you. Oh, you were listening the whole time too, weren't you, baby? Oh, well, it's nothing I haven't already said to your face. I love you so much.
Actually, I have no idea what you're talking
Oh,
about.
okay, I'm talking about the noises that you make.
You're talking about my old
When
noses?
yeah,
Old man noises?
No, your vomiting noises.
That's not funny.
When I stepped in the boom boom last night. And I said you were being sweet, and you were like, I'll get it, but you couldn't manage to do it because you almost added to the mess. Oh, it's the little things that amuse me. I told them it amuses me because I can gag all day long, but I can't throw up. And so you make the weirdest faces to go with your weird little noises, and I'm fascinated by it. So it's funny.
With your friends for quite a while today.
Did you cook supper or something that I don't know about? Because that's what I was also just talking about, that it's about this time that you told me to stop playing with my friends.
No, I ain't cooked nothing. I'm not cooking nothing.
Still waiting. I'm not sending out puppies.
Yes.
I'm not sending out puppies. My nephews named me that on that when they couldn't say Aunt Terry. Oh, so they called me Tita Terry. Oh, that's so cute. It's Slavic for aunt. I can say Slavic. Shush, I can read. Honey, hush. It has changed over the years to just Tita. Now my grandchildren call me Tita. Oh, that's sweet. Well, I'm going to call you Tita.
So sweet. Okay, Tita.
Auntie Gee. Oh, to my nieces and nephews. That is so stinking cute. I might start calling you that. Auntie Gee. Oh. Oh my God, that's April. The vomity thing, is that April? He thought he was sleeping.
I was.
You were? Did you take a nap, baby?
Yeah, but
Then I'm with
I didn't
Andy.
wake up until the thing in there to take the dogs out.
April has a weak stomach too. And Tita, that is cute. Busted.
I don't have a weak stomach.
You do have a weak stomach. I told him that you could take blood and guts and gore all day long, but not poop.
Right.
Or vomit. Or any bad smell. Because you're a big old baby. Oh, but I love you. What are we doing for dinner, by the way? Because my body's going, it's about time for Andy to be out here.
I'm not doing nothing.
Do you want to get dressed and go somewhere? We were talking about just going out and eating or something.
I haven't planned on it. Does it look like I want to get dressed?
You don't want to, you want to wear your underwear to Golden Corral or something?
No, we still have a kid here.
You'll still be a little overdressed. Put that stuff in there
I'm not going to no.
that she can eat. Where's the other one? Where's the boy?
I have no idea.
He keeps storming in and out of the house. I think he might be at on the corner.
He's not been in this house for hours, doll.
Well, no, but the last time I saw him, he went that way. So I don't know.
Left.
I don't think he got in a vehicle. Is he not across the street? We know where our children are. Don't listen to us.
I don't know. I can care less. You got me messed up. I hope they don't come back.
Honey, that's not true. He's a liar. It's
not lying at all.
Not completely true. How about that?
Okay.
Is that better?
No, not really.
What do you want to do for dinner, though, baby? Because I am starting to get hungry. Are you hungry at all?
Really.
Not really?
Not really.
All right, so should I just find me something when I come in? I don't know what to find, but I can find me something, I guess.
Maybe you can order you something.
I don't really want to order
Well,
because there's only so many places that deliver out here.
You can order some Chinese. They'll deliver.
I don't know if the Chinese people deliver or not.
I think you gotta call the other thing though. What do they call it?
The delivery service that'll pick up from anywhere?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, then they charge you for doing that. You know that, right?
Well, either way, I'm going to charge you if I have to do it. So.
No, you are not. You love me too much.
Yeah, okay.
And I do need to go out anyway at some point because I really do need that ox gall.
Well, you will have to wait until tomorrow, darling, when you got all you can run and play.
When you fulfill your promise?
Want. Yes. Promise. You can run and play all you want after we go and get your vehicle.
All I want?
Yep, because mine is not going out of the driveway tonight. I've done pressed my luck once.
Not even if I drive?
No.
You don't want me to drive the truck?
No, not really.
You don't trust me?
No, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust my truck.
You don't trust your truck? What's going on with it?
Females.
It doesn't like females, but I'm special.
You're special, but...
Okay, I don't like the way that you said I'm special. You
special.
made it sound like I was, you know,
Special.
deep-to-D special.
Deep-to-D special? You're definitely deep-to-D
When I
special.
meant a more sort of lovely type special.
Yeah, I bet.
Ew, that's too dark.
Why does this door keep listening up?
Because you keep pulling on it, crazy.
I'm not pulling on it. That's what these do. They adjust the doors.
Yes, but if people use them as handles instead of the handle as a handle because they're
That's
tired
what
of
you-
smashing their
Goodbye,
fingers.
play with your friends.
I love you.
He may be over across the street.
I think he is. I don't remember seeing or hearing a car. I think he's just over there with his friend.
Maybe.
His grown up friend or something.
60-year-old friends. That's kind of weird.
Well, I didn't say it was not weird. I just said that's where he is.
Problem.
Figure out what you want to do for dinner, though, seriously. And I'm going to be in a little bit because I'm never going to finish this painting. So,
Order something.
you're helpful. I love you.
Love you.
Anywho, I don't know what's happening. Sad but true about the overdress thing. But we love it. I don't know why. It's a guilty pleasure, I guess, because you could get anything. You can get anything you want to eat there. You can get southern food. You can get a nice steak if you go in the evening. You know, you can get anything you want. So it's yummy. I mean, they got good food, and that's about the only place you can find fried okra in a restaurant around here. So I love me some fried okra. Give me a vegetable with the, you know, fat batter on it, and we're good. I will eat vegetables all day long if you dip them in batter and fry them. Is that a short buzzcrack? It might be. He visited without the puppies? Yeah. The puppies, except for Moo, did not enjoy being on camera that way. Although, I did get a video of them the other night. Maybe I'll put them in the vlog this week. Because it was cute. It was like a five-way tug of war with a rope thingy or something. They were all over the place. They were jumping all over everything. It was funny. I think I got it. Fried okra is so yummy, isn't it? That way it's not slimy, because I don't do slimy. I know a lot of people don't like the texture of like a steamed okra or something like that, because it can tend to go on the slimy side if you're not careful. But fried okra tends to remedy that. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how this flower turned out pink with purple in it. I feel like I'm sort of messing my painting up a little bit, but it's okay. Just gonna keep going. It'll all work out. I was trying to add shadow is what I was trying to do. It didn't really come out that way though. It'll be alright. That's the only way I eat. Yeah, I don't do a lot of stewed or steamed or whatever vegetables. Like, I'll eat raw broccoli. You can give me raw broccoli or raw cauliflower all day long. But I will not, I hate with a passion cooked broccoli. I just do not like the consistency once you start to cook it and the fibers start to break down. But I'll eat it. You give me some ranch dressing, I'll eat raw broccoli all day long. I mean, cauliflower is different. I'll eat cauliflower cooked in a variety of different ways. But, I mean, I'll sit here and I'll eat that crap raw with some ranch dressing, too. I am not ashamed. How does this look? Is that better? That petal looks a little light. Okay, somebody just walked in and out, or out the door, and I don't see anybody. I thought Andy was coming back in a second ago, but he didn't. That was so funny. He came in here with a look on his face like he knew exactly what I was talking about, though. That was awesome. I am of the firm belief, though, that is another thing. I will never ever say anything about anybody behind their back that I have not already said dead to their face. Or would not be willing to say dead to their face if I actually spoke to them. So, he knows all my trash talk anyway, because I've told him all of these things before. Okay. Okra grosses me out, but I do love that buffet. Amanda, you need to strike through the live plan with me and make it paint. I will. When I go over there to close it out, I'm going to change it to paint. Like I said, it wasn't really supposed to be a paint with me. Deep fried cauliflower, yum. I have not tried deep fried cauliflower, but I will put that on my list. I need to. I need to go and finish dinner. Oh, well, I'm glad I could help you relax. I'm not relaxed. I'm a little stressed because I don't know what kind of paint half of these flowers. Okay, since I can spell, yucky. Okay, can't spell, yucky. Puppy's coming to visit without Andy. I need to get a different setup so that we can switch camera views. I tell you what, I can, I will pick 3 different days, 3 to 5, or during the vlog this week, here's what I'll do. I will bring out, a Buppy to help me close out each night or something so that y'all can get a sort of, not quite live shot because the down view doesn't really, they're too fat for that now. But, you can get a forward shot of a Buppy helping me close out the vlog or that night of the studio vlog or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we've done this for almost 3 hours now. And I was doing it for an hour before we did the 3 hours. And I love your faces, but I am getting a little peckish. I'm getting a little hungry. Especially now talking about food, that's definitely making it worse. So, I think with the end of that flower, we're going to stop here. It's not really the end of that flower. I may go in and tweak it a little bit because the purple looks weird. So I might try to fix that. And then, I guess we will do, I don't know if I couldn't wait 2 weeks if I wanted to. I don't have that kind of patience. To wait and finish it during a second session or something. So y'all tell me, what ideas do you have for the next not plan with me, and we'll sort of go through that and maybe take a poll. I could put a poll up in the community tab and we'll decide what we want to do in 2 weeks, and I will finish this and post it to my Insta stories. And don't forget, anybody who printed this out, to go ahead and tag me or send me a photo if you want to keep it private in like your email or in my email or something like that, or in a Facebook message so that I can see your beautiful work. Bye Max. Oh, thank you. Make a thumbnail on the finished picture later. I could do that. I could do that too. So I'll probably come back out here after dinner and work on it a little more, but it'll probably not get finished tonight because I do need to set up for my week that I didn't do over the last 3 hours. And I do still need to pencil in March, so I might take my book inside with me, my pencil and my eraser, and just get to going while we're figuring out what we do want to do for dinner. Because he says he's not hungry, but he will get hungry if I go in there and start talking about food. So, I know my man. Alright, bye-bye, Tita. Bye, everybody. I love your faces. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope y'all have an amazing stinking week. I will see you tomorrow if you watch the Daily Bullets vlog. For those of you who sort of didn't, and I don't blame you, sit here for 3 hours if you couldn't. I am going to put the studio vlog up late tomorrow that didn't go up on Saturday. And the plans for Tuesday and Thursday's video are the Zentangle how-to, and these are my favorite Zentangle go-to things for Tuesday, I believe. And Thursday will be the second March plan with me. The Zentangle version that I do for myself, not the kit version that I did for everyone at the beginning of the month. Then this week's studio vlog will be sort of a shorter week. It won't be this weekend because I didn't vlog this weekend. It will be Tuesday through Friday, and I will get back on track with that. So that is the plan, which we all know how well I am at sticking to those. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I do love your faces. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that little thumbs up button in case Thumbkin shows up and does their thumbs down thing or whatever. And, yep, I will see you in the next video. List whatever suggestions that you have in the comments, either now or when this closes out. And I will put a poll up later this week based on those suggestions as to what we do artsy fartsy wise in 2 weeks. Next week will be a plan with me, and the week after will be something we can vote on. Alright, I love your faces. I'm running away now. Bye bye. See you later. Bye bye.